but
Yeah, most of them are going to be blocked for you.
Yeah, most
I'm
Other
really
than
everybody
what?
can only see their
crap.
Other
OC
than
except for the bio.
yeah,
Do
Okay.
I?
But
I didn't even put
I'm
words.
sure you can totally ask them in character. They'll totally tell you, except for the stuff they
Not a
say they
Jedi.
would not tell you.
Okay.
So just to give you a heads up, Abby, this is Old Republic era, so it's when the Sith Empire had a big old empire and came in and attacked the Republic and like destroyed half the Republic and took it over. And then all of a sudden, one day said, "Okay, we surrender. We'll have an armistice and not promise not to take any more planets away from you guys."
Oh, that's suspicious.
And
hmm,
nobody quite knows why they all of a sudden surrendered, but they were all happy they did. They only asked for a few things, like for one, you have to get the Jedi off the Republic world and send them to the ass end of space, which they totally did, and not mess with any of the Sith Empire's stuff on any of the
All
planets that
right.
they currently claim as their own. Thankfully, the crew here has this nifty ship where they technically don't break the law for most of the time with the Starburn, with our Captain Aurora. She's human ish. We have
Like that
Sequa,
human.
our Rhodian mechanic.
take anything.
I mean, technically, Aurora, there's your eyes are slightly off from standard human, right?
They are. They're starry. I have stars as eyes.
You mean for pupils?
I get to say that I have stars for eyes. The fact that there is color around them is irrelevant to me because I am starry eyed. Ba cha.
Love it.
And as you can sense, your captain harbors no shenanigans on her ship.
I am a very strict captain. We have very strict rules we follow to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
I am the one that needs to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And if you scroll down on the map, you should see your little token. I've made a token for you.
You didn't introduce our last person.
I didn't. I was busy making the token, so
Oh.
I distracted myself. And then
Wow.
we have Castox,
Person
our
who
slightly we're not quite if he's shifty or not, but he's got some tricks.
And you're not a Jedi.
Not a
He's a
Jedi.
Force user, but not a Jedi. That he keeps repeating.
And
You've kept
somewhere in
me
the
from punching people or being punched.
and
Does
somewhere on the
everybody?
ship,
I'm trying to see whose names are um on the
under the player
pictures, so I can't
characters.
remember. Is everybody under their player character name?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
oh, okay, that makes it easier then. Okay,
Except for apparently Baloo.
Baloo. Yes, I'm Baloo. I like bombs.
Big bada
There's a
boom.
baboon.
Where's okay, so all these new characters tokens down there. Not, I don't see any of us. Or at least definitely don't see myself. Or Castox or Zequa.
Yeah, I'm
Must be
looking to
off to
see
the
where you
side
all
somewhere
went.
or something. He lost us.
I see a hot Twi'lek. I see, I think, a stormtrooper that looks like he's given up on the public.
We're apparently on a different page.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Now that we're all.
Are oh, and look, Talia's still freaking sleeping.
Obviously, our Isthmus, our gambler, has still been busy just hanging out.
Hold on, do we still have is that Timothy Olympian again? Do we still yes?
Yes,
Is he back? Is he back on the ship?
he could totally be
Right.
back on the ship if he wanted to show up in game. I mean,
Oh, we left him somewhere. I don't remember where.
He
you
keeps
abandoned
appearing on
him,
this board.
Captain.
Mm.
Oh, I'll find him. Don't worry, I'll find him.
So, Abby, just to give you a heads up, this is the ship. This is the Starburn. It is basically a large cargo container attached to a little ship.
Okay. And that's what is used to move the goods.
To
It's my
transport
home.
the totally legal cargo. Now, the question I have for you is are we picking up Baloo at the job, or did you somehow ingrain yourself to get onto the crew at one of your last off-camera stops? It's totally up to you guys. And while
I
you
mean, I
decide
kind of
that,
feel like
I'm gonna totally go get me a drink.
okay, so Bob and Timothy Olympians and Talia need to be taken off the screen when he gets back. But I kind of feel like it would make the most sense to meet you where we land.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe I'm okay. I'm just looking at the mission again. Um, at an abandoned station with a shady salvager. Okay. Yeah, I think it would make sense for me to be there, and then I don't know, you guys invite me to come along, or maybe the salvager sends me with you or something. I'm not sure.
So yeah, so okay, we're going to a scrapyard.
Or scrapyard to pick stuff up, then take the stuff to Raxus Prime to sell to the scrapyard owner over there.
To a scrapyard.
Maybe
We're
you
not.
guys see me building bombs out of makeshift things and think that I'll be useful.
All
Invite
bombs
me to
must
come work.
all bombs must be checked at the crate at the ramp. You're not allowed freely onto the ship to move about.
They're fine. Don't worry.
I'll always have at least one. Always what?
For emotional support blanket.
Yes,
Or
yeah.
aid.
No detonates. It's nothing.
Finger like it's a wedding ring. It's no big deal. Just don't pull.
Tink will be keeping a close eye on you.
Sometimes I think you care about my ship more than you care about me.
No comment.
More than you care about.
Somebody's got to. And wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I
What's
can't.
going on here? Why is there damage on the ship? What the hell's going on here?
I don't know.
What do we got?
Why?
Wait,
The
why
ship
is
was
it?
maybe- all the damage was fixed.
Yeah, it's still showing her that unless that's
It's-
not linked up properly, it's showing 2 strain. Let me
It should
correct
be.
that.
It should all be
Yeah.
done and fixed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Just one second. I'll be right back.
All right, there we
Okay,
go.
or she should be like breaking up with the dude that we're getting our shit from, and that's why she comes with us.
Yeah.
Hey, or she could just be lost amongst the scrap that gets put on our ship. Then we find her in transport.
I'm pretty sure that it's one of those we can't look at what we have sort of things. Thought I read that. I mean, not like we wouldn't look through it anyways, because that's not how we roll.
Okay, I'm back.
I have an idea for you.
Yes, what's up?
You could be the ex of the person that we're getting our shit from, and that's why you come with us, because you guys are breaking up. And you don't want to stay on an abandoned thingamajiggy with him.
On an abandoned station?
Yes, with the person. you
She was hooked up with a Duros. That's an interesting relationship.
I mean, the Duros
Oh?
is into furries, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Apparently.
No.
Listen,
Yeah,
love
I
is
don't know. I don't know. I got a Google picture just to remind me. Yeah, the size comparison would be interesting as well.
Yeah, they're like tall, blue,
At that
bald
moment,
headed
you're
looking.
hearing, yes, I'm giving him an Australian accent. I'm saying, "Oi, boys, you don't know what's what until you've dated an Endorian drop bear."
yes, especially yes, please be fighting and with your ex-boyfriend of Duros. Become why you're leaving. Because you don't want to be on an abandoned freaking station with your smooth
He's not
My
furry
smooth
enough.
blue ex,
ex-boyfriend.
because I'm like a third of his height.
Listen, that just means that you can get picked up. That is the dream.
Uppies.
Nobody tosses anyone. Oh wait, wrong fandom.
No such thing.
I want all the fandoms. Okay, so everybody good to go? Everybody hydrated?
What's that word mean?
You know, hydrated. Where you put
I know
water in
what
coffee.
Yeah, because coffee is such a hydration source.
You
How's
cut me
this?
open. Caffeine.
I'm ready, but the pool ain't.
Oh, look who's look. Have you introduced Abby to what the Destiny pool is?
No, you've been doing all the talking.
Go
I've
ahead.
learned so much from you teaching Abby how to play this game.
So the Destiny pool is a resource that bounces between the players and the storyteller. If it's a light side, the player's going to use it. If it's a dark side, the storyteller gets to use it. You can use it to either upgrade your role, force the storyteller to upgrade the difficulty of one of his roles. You can use it. So that's how you can mechanically use it. You can thematically use it to introduce a fact to the game. So like if you go to a planet and you're like, oh, I've been here before, and Bob is the gunsmith that I know. So you can go find Bob without having to go through a grand adventure of finding people. Or you can use it to uh, um, buy stuff post or after the fact. So if you get to the spot where like, oh man, we need a rope. It's like, well, off camera we bought that, but and then you flip a point and pay your points.
Some of your talents also require the use
Use
of.
them.
And if you look at the top, if you're on like the combat tab there, you'll see the light dark, and you'll see to the left, roll destiny, and that will roll your destiny for the start of the session.
Okay, so it starts with the beginning of every session.
Yes.
And then do I have to push the sync pool with GM?
If it's not showing 2-1 right now, then I would click that.
Yeah, mine's showing 0-0.
Yeah. So.
Or wait, do I roll Destiny?
Go ahead and roll Destiny, and then you
Yeah.
can sync pool whenever. But if it's not showing 2-4 now, 2-5, then you want to sync. But now, just to give you a little heads up, if you hear narration from the GM, and he's a little wordy, good chances he's considering clicking the light or using a dark sided point, and it might be a good time to click. And you don't have to click just for yourself. If I'm worried that Castock's going to get blown away and torn up, I might click it to make it harder for Jim to hit him. So you can click for somebody else. But just a hint, if you hear long narration, there's good odds that he's looking to click the dice and use it.
Also,
And one side or the other gets it, not both. So
if you have a really fun idea and he keeps questioning you, it's either going to go terribly for you or terribly from him, and it's a 50-50 chance.
Oh my god, okay. That's good to know.
Either way, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
a lot of dark.
Jim, can you get rid of my boyfriend, my son, and an extra Ewok that's on our board?
He'll carry us over where needed.
And yeah, I guess Talia too.
I'm the only one that
start gambling.
I'm the only one with a happy attitude, huh? Everybody's all dark and moody. The heck?
Yeah, I got teased with Timothy Olympian, and he's going bye-bye.
Yay!
He's not coming. I promised someone I'd abandon him like I do every other NPC I pick up.
Like every game. What?
Okay, I did not abandon that poor waitress that I accidentally comped to come with us. I think for a decent life, I could just never remember her name.
PCs, you're not supposed to remember their names.
I mean, when they give up their entire life and join your ship to help you save the apocalypse, I feel like you should kind of remember their name.
She knows like somebody in every port.
Mm. This is just a space version of Mia. Oh, without my twin brother, my not twin brother. Mm.
All right.
I rolled twice from the dice pool.
Yep. You put 3 dark side points in.
Holy cow.
Way to help out. That's okay.
I mean, we can take the first roll is the worst one, so we can just kill that one.
Meh.
Where's Timothy?
His cat took him out. Got too hungry.
Barely.
Apparently I had to feed the cat.
Would totally help if I hit the mute button, as I've been talking here and apparently been muted the whole time. Apparently, all
Nice.
the witty things I was saying worked with what you guys were saying without me. That's what I get for using a mute button. So I did fix the Destiny pool, by the way. And as
do
the
that.
camera pans down, the starburn rips out of hyperspace and starts her engines up, going towards a obvious derelict space station that has debris floating around it, as the little classic display shows, this is station 3 Delta, location mid-rim ? Because, it's a place known for salvagers because it's technically not claimed since the war. As you guys are flying your ship towards the station, there's this debris field of destroyed ships, and the station itself got many, many holes blasted through it, and like 3 tiny little salvage ships on different ports.
Not that
What do
I
you
don't
guys think?
trust her contracts or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and scan the area. Make sure there's nothing unusual lurking in the
Okay.
area.
Hint of debris out there, giving you a couple black dice, but it's just an average roll. So I got your difficulty ready, and Abby can see what the madness of this Star Wars dice look like.
All right, so you're all set.
Yep.
I did scroll up a little bit and I was like, oh, that's
Ah,
not
nah.
self-explanatory at all, but okay.
So you can see a lot of dice, and I got 2 threats, and it will a lot of times give you examples of how to spend those dice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the little symbols you see that look like TIE fighter windows, those are the threat icons. On that black square dice there, that little triangle upside down, that is a failure symbol. Over on his yellow dice, which is an upgraded dice, that Starburst, that's a success. And then just to the left of it, that little laurel leaf shape, that's an advantage. So when everything is tallied out, because he rolls the good dice, which are the green and yellow, and the bad dice, which are the purple and reds, he ends up with no success and 2 threats. So as you scan this system, there is like hot radioactive pockets everywhere from exploded reactors. There's debris
Pockets.
everywhere. You're picking up like 3 or 4 mines that are still actively out there pinging their weapon systems. And I'm going to totally
This place
save
is
those
a hot mess.
2 black to give your pilot a setback dice on their piloting check.
You're welcome. Hey, be careful out there. There's like mines and things that people left.
I'm gonna
This
stick a
area
droid
is
on you.
total death trap.
You always pick the greatest neighborhoods.
I mean, check your wallet. It's fine.
So
I don't
Aurora,
detect any other ships or problems or anybody lurking. Looks all good.
as you clearly see in the window of the ship, you're seeing like 3 ships with their running lights blinking on the station. Intermittent sparking on the station from damaged sectors. And you're like, you don't detect anything?
I said lurk. I said lurking. Not that they might not be some parked. Didn't detect any lurking, which is a nefarious way of like parking, trying to be unseen.
And Aurora, as you look out there, you
I'll-
realize this place is a death field of debris.
I didn't know that before. Well, that was dumb of me. I feel like I kind of agreed to that when I got the address.
Well, you didn't ask to look at the charts.
Well, I will help out, and I will go co-pilot. So to try to help reduce the fly in, I'll use my force take wheel ability to reduce my force dice by 1, and
Okay.
make my roll.
And that's an average check, right?
Yep.
I got your average ready for you.
Okay.
Oh, Aurora just said Discord just went down. Hey,
So
one success.
I can use my light side points without any drawbacks. So I will use 1 light side point to get rid of the threat. Use 2 to add 2 more successes, and then the last one to give an advantage to give a boost dice to the piloting check. So she'll get remove 3 difficulty dice and get a boost.
So just so you know, the special dice are the white dice, which are force dice, which Force users can use the white pips to be able to do abilities that they have, force abilities.
And if you
Cool.
go
Okay.
evil, you can use the dark dots because that's the dark side.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
conveniently on those white dice, the dark dots outnumber the light dots because the dark side isn't stronger, but it is easier.
That was obnoxious
Why was it
Sorry.
obnoxious?
because my computer has an update and it decided that it was going to try to force itself to update now, and so
Well,
it
of
killed all the
course.
apps.
And here I thought, my description of the force dice was what you were saying was obnoxious.
Oh yeah. That was bad timing.
So,
I'm like,
I
so
mean,
Mom, I'm
he
quoting
Oh,
the
he'll
movie.
obnoxious, James.
I mean, I'm a little jealous that like you're actually teaching her how to play, where I just kind of was like thrown in and said, "Figure it out."
So,
And actually, I have to spend. Was it actually because I used my force take the wheel ability? I have to spend the dark side too. So I take a strain. I'll add another boost to the roll.
and
I
if you're
take a
using
conflict.
the dark side, are you going to flip a destiny point?
This ability does not require me to do so, because it requires me to spend all of my dark side points. So I don't have to spend a destiny point to activate it.
Okay, so Aurora, just to give you a heads up, Castox jumped in the co-pilot seat, and he's just like, "Let me co-pilot for you," since your Rhodian friend just said there's no lurking ships out here, and you just look out the window and you hear the ominous '70s space music as you're seeing all this razor blade edged space garbage swirling around randomly. And then a small chatter comes across the comms. It sounds almost like a Jawa.
That
You may
wasn't
be
English.
just within range of the station's communications going on the station. I mean, if it helps, you have heard the rumors that your contact, Corden Pax, totally uses Jawa labors. They're cheap. You can get a lot of
Oh.
them. They don't eat a lot.
They do smell though.
Don't be so judgy.
So your co-pilot here totally reduced the difficulty down to an easy, minus the fact that there's 5 black dice involved.
Okay, cool.
He managed to
No
reduce
problem.
all the purple dice to 0. You just have to deal with the -2 handling of the ship, 2 black dice because of the debris field, and 1 because of the expert guidance your engineer gave you.
And I have two boosts for my advantages.
Yeah.
Yep, and you got 2 blue dice on your piloting check.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is because my computer went, you guys did an extra roll to kill time, but I still have to roll.
Yeah.
They kill
We did
time
roll
and
to
made
help
life
you.
easier.
We never have done any mods on the ship yet.
Somebody totally needs to engineer those 2 handling negative dice. Get rid of those.
Well, exactly. Exactly.
Or by skilled jockey to get rid of them. Do you want a skilled jockey?
Who was the mechanic again? Sequa or Castock?
Sequar.
Sequa is the
Castock is the
mechanic.
one who keeps me from getting arrested
Okay.
or, punched. Okay.
Sequar is just a traveler who joined the crew.
Yeah, we
And yeah. All right.
I don't know what he does on the ship but eat, but
From punching someone or getting arrested. It is a
A
very
level-headed
important job. That's a lot of colors.
Hey, that's a Beautiful piloting check as your buddy
Yeah.
slowly gives you a
Yeah.
beautiful course there. As you see, there's like 4 or 5 different landing ports you could latch onto there, or you could go into 2 actual hangars that are open if you want to go in there.
Let's go to a hangar.
Okay. So anything special you want for those 3 advantages, or just to go real fast and flashy?
Mm, with my advantages, um, I would like once again for my show off the pilot skills. I know it.
My showboat.
Somebody likes to do the Maverick thing and show off with piloting.
I mean, I realize that we are landing on a quote unquote abandoned place, but I would like my piloting skills to be impressive enough that whenever whoever happens to be watching in person or being spy or whatever, they go, hot damn, that person is such a good pilot. They probably are very clever as well.
Somewhere on the station, in one of the viewports, there's a very furry little hand pulling themselves up to look at the viewport, seeing a very flashy pilot come flying in hot and heavy, hitting the engines at the perfect moment.
I'm gonna try to buy some respect by looking cool. That's all. Because y'all know that they ain't gonna get. I'm not gonna get it when I start talking.
Be eyeing your ship for parts as you land.
And
That's not
I will
respect. That's not.
Well, you made it look really fancy and fast. I bet it has all kinds of things that can explode on it.
Yeah, like my tipper.
So as you come into land, you notice the hangar has totally got a signal beeping. That all you have to do is like radio it, and it'll close the doors. And you're pretty sure that the door is safely sealable.
How do we feel about locking ourselves in on this abandoned little place, guys?
Feel fine. As long as it's not run by droids.
Castox, you good with me just like sealing us in?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, we will seal ourselves in on this abandoned station.
Okay, you do a quick scramble combination code, so it's your computer's checked. Anyone has to try to hack it open. And I will give you those extra successes since it has a nice suggestion there. Remember how I said there was 3 other ships on this station? They seem to be unusually far apart. You get the idea that they may not like each other because they're spaced out as good neighbors. They have plenty of fence space between where each ship is parked in the station.
We came in parked right in the middle of them all.
They're just following in urinal protocol. You always leave this first.
Hi,
I Sorry.
we can make them all be our friends, and then it doesn't matter that they hate each other because they all like us. Don't snort.
As we land, I want to use my sense power to sense all the life on the station.
And how far is your range
Oh,
now?
So I can use. So I have one for the base power, and then I can do 2 range bands. So that would go to extreme range.
Okay. So as you open yourself up to the force, and we hear the dun 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 dun, and you close your eyes and you feel out with the force as you see this like disembodied whoosh going through the whole station. You're realizing there are 12 life forms on the station. seems to be four of them are not too far from where you docked here because you do recognize, the ship that summoned you guys here. So, you parked nearby that one. I'm thinking maybe, right? Right? Wink, wink. That was for you, Aurora.
Wait, what?
Did you park near the ship that looks like it's Corden Pex's?
Uh, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. I'll park in a place that makes sense for once.
Just say
Okay.
wink, wink. Oh, it
I
might be
really like
relevant.
dramatic walks, though. I always meet the funnest people when I go for walks far away from where I'm supposed to park.
Nice.
As you park there and you get a little chime across your console, definitely on the channel that your employer gave you.
Like the word employer, I would like to say, let's use the phrase, short-term business partner.
Okay, sure. Temporary business alliance.
Yes, yes. Ooh, I like that better than partner even.
Ah,
You just like it because it's really Firefly.
No, because then I wouldn't hate it because the alliance is not a friend.
yeah.
Okay,
No, I just don't
and
like the idea of my boss.
Um,
Let me head out. Go meet him.
as
Yeah.
as Corden Pex gives you a quick call and hey, is this Aurora and her crew?
Yes. Yes, this is me. How can I help you?
Good. I was hoping that flashy pilot I saw hit the station was the one that I hired to take this cargo.
Who else would it be? How many people you know that can fly like me?
mhm.
Oh well, I did ask for the best when I put the contract out there, and hopefully I'm choosing to put my credits in the right nest egg.
100%. Your credits will be so happy when they belong to me.
So most of the station's sensors aren't currently up and operating. What docking station or hangar did you decide to park your bird?
Next to you?
Does that happen to be a hangar or a docking station ring?
We pulled into an open hangar, parked in. It looks like we're right next to you. Like if you poke your head out your window, you can wave at me.
Ah, perfect. I'm actually on the station helping some of my salvage crew take some stuff apart. Apparently, two of our folks are currently incommunicado, goofing off somewhere, and in the background, you totally hear some Jawas chittering behind him. Houdini! I said I'm talking to the pilot. And then remember, don't take any parts off this one ship. We need them to get to the drop off location. That's how we get paid the money.
Don't worry, my mechanic will not let your assistants touch my ship.
Oh, good. You got yourself a grease monkey. That's good. So, have you ever flown over to Junkers Haven on Raxus Prime before?
Mm, I've heard of it. I've flown so many places. It's hard to keep track of all the places I have and haven't been. But it's in my logs, so I'm pretty sure I've been there before.
Okay, good to know, because it's Raxus Prime. It's literally the garbage planet of the entire galaxy. Even the Empire uses it with those Sith ships being thrown away left and right. But I just need to get my guys to get a couple of the skiffs loaded up in one of the labor bots, and it'll probably take about 3 hours or so to get everything loaded onto your ship if you've got your hatch open.
What's that, Ezekiel?
No,
What-
no.
Is there anything fun on the station to do to pass the 3 hours?
You guys got a bar or something while we wait?
Oh, Lord.
Do we have a bar? I've got 15 different varieties of some kind of station fluid that if you feel lucky, you can drink. I don't know if it'll get you happy, get you sad, or get you in the infirmary, but we ain't got one of those either.
Right. So no drinking. Got it. All right. Well, instead of having this conversation on comms, we gonna meet in person? You want to send me your
I'm-
location so we can see each other in person?
I'm walking your way right now, but here's my ping, and he totally waves on his communicator, and a little hollow display pops up at the side of the station, and you clearly see a red dot walking in your general direction, and a green dot pointed to your ship.
All right. Well, I will cut the chatter and see you in a couple minutes. And I hang up before you can say anything else.
Yeah, that clip. Okay.
All right, Zequa, I'm gonna have you stand guard against the Ewoks and just do
You mean
Jawas.
the Jawas?
Jawas, Ewoks.
You hide
Are there
us.
going to be other Ewoks other than me on this?
Interestingly enough,
or-
you are the only Ewok.
Okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, just be careful. Go grab your blaster. I don't expect you to have to actually need it, but you know how Jawas get. So I'm gonna need you to be as pompous and arrogant as you possibly can be to keep
Oh,
them.
don't worry. I'll shoot him. No problem.
Oh,
I
you
mean-
don't. You don't shoot them. Just need to show them. And I know asking you to be pompous is like asking you to breathe. So I know you'll do perfect.
So all of a sudden the Jawas get his blaster and go, "Do you know how many parts we can strip off of that?"
That's why I need him to be pompous and arrogant. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Then Castox, you're gonna, I guess, tag along with me like usual.
Yep.
And no drinking. You heard that shit he has to offer. We are not drinking it.
I heard we should still have plenty of wine from our previous stop.
Well, I'm not sharing
If
it
you
with
want
this
some.
guy. He lives on an abandoned station. I'm not sharing him with him or alcohol.
Fair enough. Okay,
Okay.
we'll head up.
Yeah, let's meet him.
Are you guys opening the big cargo ramp on the ship or just the tiny, tiny hatch door?
How much stuff are we picking up?
You're going to be picking up a cargo hold full of stuff.
Good one.
Well, what do you think, Zequa? Should we open it up big or should we see if they're trustworthy first and then be like, oh, I thought this opens?
We can wait to open until they're there with the stuff, just in case.
Okay. Do you think that maybe we should slowly walk to meet him and make him come more to us than us to him in case you need assistance?
You could. So I'm
Okay.
planning to be working on the outside of the ship where I can keep eyes on beady little Jawa's eyes.
You should have your blaster that you use and then another gun on your back just for a
Though,
show. Like we're
though
command.
I'll smell them before they even come to the cargo hold.
Okay,
Hey,
but everyone
Just make sure
stinks.
your blaster's on stun.
That was not an agreement. I just like
You want Jawas because that's how you get Jawas.
Can I be dressed up like
I'm
a
not
Jawa? Like
You
I'm
could
a
totally be dressed up
Ewok,
like a
but
Jawa.
nobody knows that I'm an Ewok.
You're about their height, so that's totally a thing you can try.
Right, but you'd be a awful well-fed Jawa,
A chubby Jawa. Do
right?
me a favor. Give
Are
me
they short?
Those,
Like
those robes look a little tight for a Jawa.
They're short like you are, but they're very wiry. Whereas you've got a nice rotund shape of like a koala. That's why I joke
Yeah.
about the Indorian drop bears, because in Australia they call the koalas drop bears. So do me a favor. You can totally swipe a robe, which I'll give you a blue dice for your deception in general. Go ahead and roll your
Okay.
deception skill or stealth. And the list is mostly alphabetical.
That's
I believe for
crazy.
you, both of those are
And
the same dice pool.
I couldn't do like a survival.
I know. If you're going to disguise yourself, that's more of a stealth or deception. And I am
Okay,
giving
well,
you a
I'm just gonna
boost
put
dice for that.
it.
And if you want, you can always use a destiny pool point to upgrade your green dice to a yellow, which is the better dice. You would just click the use light side button
I
in
only
the top
have
of your sheet.
I only have 2 under my light
That's okay. You'll earn
for
some more
that.
back when I use some. See, the way
Oh,
it works,
okay.
when you use a
Yeah,
light
so
side,
I'll
it
use
turns into
one
one
of
of my
those.
dark. Okay, so click
Okay.
the use light side button. It's your first time. Good job. I got your
Okay.
upgrade in there. So what it's going to do is
And
automatically turn
then
one of your 3 green into a yellow, which is the better dice. More likely to
okay,
have
so
the
am I
more
good
gooder stuff happen.
Can I roll
Yep, your
then for
pool is
deception?
all ready.
Okay.
So conveniently, none of the Jawas are fooled by you wearing their smelly hoodie, but they think it's cute. But you do have 4
Oh.
advantages there. So the 2 triangles mean you failed, but you have 4 advantages. Would you like to spend 3 of those advantages to just think that everyone thinks it's funny, haha, and they let you go around pretending you're Jawa?
You're choking on the smell every so often.
They don't have running water, apparently.
What happens if I don't spend the
Advantages.
advantage?
If
So
you
you can choose how you spend them. So Jim will give suggestions, but if there's something else you can think of that would be not succeeding on your roll, but would still be helpful.
Mhm.
Or
So
you
like
can
maybe while you're
like save
say
it
it
for
again.
next time. Isn't that another
Uh,
option where you can just save pass it for next time?
you can pass the boost dice to the next person who acts, or to your next roll. But then you still have some left.
You've got enough that
So
if you wanted to, you could give yourself an upgrade and a blue dice for some kind of action coming up. Like if you wanted to, say, sneak on a ship.
Ooh. Um, yeah, I want to have a blue die later, but am I still, even if I'm not deceiving the actual Jawas from far away, like can anybody tell?
Oh,
I'm
because
just
you
off.
failed, you totally do not look like a Jawa. You know, you're wearing
Oh,
this. You're a little more rounder than
um,
most Jawas are, so it's more like you've got the hood around your neck and it's kind of billowing out around you with this furry belly sticking out that looks like a Care Bear.
oh my God.
They're more
But you
rodent-like,
think
whereas
you look
you're
great,
more
though.
koala.
You
Honestly,
think
it's
you look
just
great,
cute,
though.
you know? Yeah, yeah.
You think you
Okay,
have it all covered.
okay, I think I am actually going to use the advantage to where the Jawas are like cool with me
They think it's
looking
cute.
cute like a dress up bear. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, and just so you know, in Facebook, I'm sending you a bunch of files real quick. It's how to use advantages and threats, so that way you've got access to it. It's technically in the Roll20 room as well, but I figured it's probably easier for you to have a PDF of it than, poking around looking in the folders. It's called Advantages and Threats 3.1. I sent you a whole bunch, but 3.1 is the one you're looking for.
Thank you.
Okay. So the Jawas basically think it's cute that you're blending in with them because hey, you're good at you're just as good a mechanic, if not better than most of them are.
Hmm.
Especially since you like the idea of let's use some explosives to take that part off. And all the
I'd
Jawas
say
are like,
I'm always
"No."
slipping spare parts into my pockets too. Dandy dandy.
Okay, so Aurora, you come leading the way. As you come out of the ship, you kind of give this sniff test to the air because I noticed nobody checked the environmentals outside the ship before disembarking, and the air recyclers got like this horrible ashy soot coming out of the air vents. That doesn't seem to be a problem yet, but you probably don't want to live on this air long term. But it seems to be your ears aren't popping, so it's not leaking air. But there's definitely an off taste in the air in this hangar.
Isn't it because we're on an abandoned grossness?
It could be. I mean,
If their
I'm sure
purifier's not
later,
working well.
I'm sure Zeke will
We haven't
later will
changed the
check the
filter recently.
environmentals and realize that y'all got cancer. Just saying.
That we got cancer? Space cancer. I'm here for it.
Space cancer. Oh my god. Oof.
So it takes
Just
you
some
just a
other
quick.
viral disease.
That won't be
some
from the air. Come on.
some bioweapon used in the Great War. So you guys come down the hangar and you basically take a quick right, and it takes you just a few moments of walking down the corridor. You can clearly see this place is marked for salvage. There's like interesting marks with different color paints on different things. It must mean whether it's a keeper or to cut here or to not cut here. And immediately the Duros comes up with a little entourage of like 4 Jawas. One of them that looks not like the other 3, as he just looks at you and says, Aurora, my good new friend Aurora," as the Doro puts his blue long-fingered hand out there for a handshake.
Just give him like one of those like big graspy like like a clasp it and shake it really firmly and happily.
Oh, he likes that because he was gonna do the same thing to you, and he just like you guys have this exaggerated handshake that goes on for a little longer than to almost be awkward. It definitely hits the awkward stage. As he's like, "Good, good. So your ship's all ready to be loaded. These are some of my steward employees."
Nice to
Boys,
meet you.
the cargo
Are they
pilot.
strong enough to load Are they strong enough to load the ship?
You'd be surprised what many hands can do.
All
As
right.
I'll
he
be kind of
totally
offended that he said that, and I've got my arms crossed. I'm just kind of like glaring at him up and down.
he just makes a smile in your general direction and addresses the Jawa that's obviously the leader because he's pushing the other ones back to make sure he's the one that gets talked to first. And he says, "Okay, Ozu, Ozu, go get some of the guys. Their ship is just over there at hangar 4-42. I want you to load everything marked with a red X. That's all the stuff that's going to the junk world. And on top of it, I want you to do a head check to make sure none of your group sneak onto their ship and leave, even though you know, as well as I do, that Raxus Prime is the junk pile capital of the galaxy. I don't want any of you Jawas leaving me and going there before you fulfilled your contract.
Beanie everywhere.
And the
Hmm.
guy's doing some important arm gestures for a little Jawa in his robe, and he's like uchi 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 uchi, and he turns around and shakes his finger at the other two Jawas and kind of throws a finger towards his new Ewok employee, and he is obviously thinking he is the assistant manager, and he is relaying the orders that no one is to stay aboard the ship.
Hmm.
And as that's going on, he immediately turns back to you, Aurora, and says, "So, I rubs his little stubby chin and says, "So 5,000 credits is your payment on delivery, correct?"
Is that what the contract says?
That's totally what the contract says.
I'm gonna try and motion to Aurora, like with my thumb, to be like, he'll go higher, like behind his back.
You give the money fingers and then uppy thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, 5,000 is the starting price. But then we have to see how much you're trying to overload our ship with. And that may cause it to go up some if you're going to put excess strain on the ship.
Oh, no. From what we heard, your ship could take exactly that much cargo, so we're not going to be overloading you. Obviously, your pilot is good enough to get here without any issues. Some of us saw what was going on at the viewport, so I don't think we'll overload your ship whatsoever. As he totally smirks.
hmm.
Well, once it's loaded, we can make that determination.
There's also the express fees. Don't forget about that. And then the bad neighborhood fees. There's two of those because we're here and where we're landing.
What? Bad neighborhood.
But maybe,
I have a good relationship with all of my neighbors here.
yeah, I can tell with how close everyone is to each other.
Well, I mean, good airlocks make for good neighbors, if you know what they say.
Good airlocks for good neighbors. I don't know. Me and my crew, we live on my ship together, and I mean, half the doors on my ship don't even work. We just trust each other.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
What?
I
You're,
don't
you're
need
here.
Glad I'm not there.
I don't need the sordid details of what goes on your ship, Captain. I just need to know that my cargo will get where it needs to go. I
Well,
mean,
yes.
if you're interested, Vork, he's your contact on Raxus Prime over in Junkers Haven. He likes left open door, if you know what I mean. But that's between you and him on delivery when he pays.
Everyone thinks I'm a pervert. Why does everyone think I'm a pervert, Castox?
Not sure. Maybe it's the vibe. Maybe it's the way you say things. I don't know. Maybe it's your accent.
That must be it. I just have a pervert accent. It's what it is.
Well, go
As
ahead and
he
have
kind of looks like
your
apologetic.
crew load up the ship.
I
There
mean,
was
I
too many
would just say I would fix your door locks because I've been living with Jawas too long, and I know if it's not locked, even when it's locked, it might not be locked. If you know what I mean. He gives you a big old
I
Duros
mean,
wink.
it sounds like you're the one that has a little bit of fun with your little friends. I just live in a world with people I trust, and if I can't trust you, you don't exist. So that's what I was saying with the whole locked door thing.
Oh, that makes good sense. That's a good way of doing business.
Yep, if I don't trust you, you don't exist. And in all the ways, not just in the out of sight, out of mind. It's the no more lineage sort of thing going on. If you are
Oh,
picking up what I'm laying.
oh, sorry, I did not mean any offense. No, 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 no offense. So I'm gonna have my guys get you loaded as quickly as possible. And just as he's saying that, you're hearing this thud, thud, thud sound of something heavy mechanical walking on the bulkhead of the station. And you see he turns around and goes, Dee Dee's coming. Dee Dee! This is my heavy labor bot, and you see this like Frankenstein's monster labor bot that's got welded arms that don't belong together, and mid panels that have been like ripped open and welded back shut. This thing totally looks like Frankenstein's monster of loaded cargo units. And he's like, this bot is worth his weight in credits, hot credits even. So Dee Dee needs to be shown where to put things. Dee Dee's not the brightest bot in the bin. Dee Dee's seen some stuff. Who's your cargo manifest person? Is and he totally looks
He's
over at Castox as he's guessing that it's you.
he's on the ship.
Oh, okay.
See,
So
droid for you to play with.
it's this big 10-foot droid carrying a giant cargo container. As he turns around and goes, "Hey, DD214, go follow this guy. He's going to tell you who's the shipmaster for loading cargo. Do whatever that person tells you to do." And the labor droid just kind of gives a.
Oh, our Zequa loves droids.
Hmm. I don't know about loves droids. I like Pink, but
I'll lead him over to the ship.
As you say that, Castox is leaving the labor droid off. He says, "Ha! He loves droids. I had a partner once that loved droids a little too much, if you know what I mean." So,
Oh,
what do you
don't worry.
think?
Zequa
What do you think of the 3 Delta station, or at least what's left of it?
looks like it's a really nice little corner of the universe. Looks like you probably don't have a lot of unwanted visitors.
We don't have to worry about any of the Republic or any of the Sith Empire bothering us. It's a great little spot. I've got my crew. I've got some booby traps protecting most of my valuable products. And I've got some neighbors in case we ever want to have a mix and mingle.
What kind of mix and mingles do you guys have?
Well, some days it's a practically neighborly mix and mingle where some of the crews will get together and hang out. Other days we may shoot a couple blaster bolts at each other just because we're cranky. You know how it is when you're out at the ass end of space.
Oh man, I love a good shoot off. A little blast off.
Little blast off. So I know you mentioned something about getting drinks. If you're interested, you can come back to our hangar there, and I can see what we've got on the ship. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take a chance with whatever's coming out of the ship's dispenser today.
Stocks. You up for a jaunty little drink?
Sure.
Castox doubles as my bodyguard.
Oh, well, he'll be busy giving DD directions. But if you want to wait, we can totally wait.
No,
But there's
Zequa can handle this tea. Zequa, Castox is my good friend who, like I said, he doubles as my bodyguard is the easiest way to describe his job right now.
okay. We can wait for him to get back.
After I get over the ship, say, Zika, here's the droid for you. Have fun.
Big Labor Droid just looks at Zequa and just like, grr.
It's like sounds like she's gonna go off drinking.
Well, it's a droid. That means I'm done with it. I hate these things.
You're the one that hates the droids. I mixed it up in my head. That's right.
Yep. But I can't mind control them, so I don't like them.
That's right.
All right, I'll
I
head back
can't
over
manipulate.
to the captain.
Because you have
Okay,
a weakness against. It's their fault. I see.
so Zequa, you're gonna give him good directions for Dee Dee to load up the ship.
I'm going to tell him to follow Tink's directions, and Tink will direct while I oversee.
As it looks down and goes, "Tink." And Tink is, kind of apprehensive against the big guy, I bet, but the big guy likes Tink. Friendly head pat later. Tap, tap, tap.
Easy. Just don't bop the nose.
Maybe we should steal Dee Dee as our own.
I mean, Dee Dee would take up valuable
I don't know
cargo
if I got that
space.
much. Yeah, I don't know if I got the time to work on that.
So he
But yes, I
quickly.
will have Tink direct. Tink knows how to load the cargo
Okay, so he totally
for
Maybe
efficiency.
helping load the cargo. Me and the
He-
Jawas.
So immediately, a couple Jawas show up with, hover carts full of different stuff, and your buddy points to the way that Dee Dee went that way. They've got a guy on the ship who's the guy, and the Jawas like a guy. Yes, the Jawas are gonna have the claw come down. The claw. As
So basically, standing at the ramp, hand on leaning against the pistol, kind of just tapping it with this 4 suction cup, you know, 4-finger suction cup there, just, and
with the
watching them.
dingo fingers.
Yeah, I'm like, talk to Tink. He'll guide you.
As Tink is totally
Don't
doing
touch.
the airport flashlight bit with them, saying over to here, over to the here, over to the here. So is anyone loading up the ship doing any shenanigans? Baloo.
I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for fallen spare parts, maybe even peeking a little bit in the boxes as I'm moving them. Always
Okay,
looking for scraps to pick up.
there are definitely components that you could rig into explosives. You're seeing at least a dozen different things that you could take and convert into some kind of explosive.
Sweet.
Explosive.
How many of those can I
bullets.
safely pocket?
Well, it comes down to, do you want to sneak aboard this ship since you do have an upgrade and a boost dice for your first attempt? Or do you want to pilfer from these boxes being loaded?
Other than the cargo area, the ship is locked down.
Yeah, I would
So
say maybe pilfer from the boxes. I mean, I would still kind of want to sneak on the ship anyway, but
I can just tell you right now, if your idea is to sneak, you're gonna get left behind.
no.
Your
oh, wait.
best bet is to suck up to one of us if you want to get on the ship. We are very, very easy to flatter.
You like pretty bombs?
Yes,
Okay.
but
Well,
not
I'm gonna pull for the boxes
shiny.
here and maybe make a nice explodey present to show you guys, and hopefully that will invite me with to get off of this damn trash island.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth. I'm gonna have you roll it twice. The first one is to make sure your supervisor doesn't catch you. And then I'm going to ask Zequa what your vigilance is.
Okay. Should I roll the first time?
Yep, go ahead and roll the first one. Okay, so needless to say, as you're stealing from the boxes, your Jawas totally notice you doing it and they're just talking so much shit about you, stealing the junk. Now, Zequa, what is your vigilance?
Influence or perception, because I'm actively
I'll take either
observing
or.
activity. Okay, because I'm actively watching the smelly
Okay.
Jawas
And something tells me you're
and
better at that.
whatever is helping them stuffed into the robe. I got a yellow and 2 green for perception.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your stealth again. The Jawas totally noticed you doing it, but you do have 4 advantages, however you'd like to spend those. This is to see if Zequa catches you.
Should I roll first?
Yep, go ahead and roll again.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay. So you do notice that the not Jawa in the group is kind of nervous and hiding some stuff, but you don't notice anything particular going on. Now, for Baloo with the Jawas, one of the Jawas, as you were getting into the crates before they were loaded, pulling out some choice bits, totally comes up and gives you the one-handed slap to your shoulder, like, "Hey, Odie, 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 Odie," as he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you stealing stuff out of the cargo crates?"
Tell him to mind your business and slap him back.
Ooh, go ahead and give me a coercion roll. As you're trying to tell him, "Shut the fuck up, Mr. Jawa."
Where's this all happening?
Right in
Apparently
front of
just
you.
out of your sight. Like, this was right before they got on the ship. She pops open the container, starts pulling a few choice explosive bits out. And the Jawa's like, "What are you doing? You know how long it took us to load this cargo box and you're taking stuff out." And then you slap him back and you're just like, "Mind your own business." And he's like, "Okay," as he just puts his head down in shame and looks away from you and walks back to go get more junk to load in. I think it's funny that our cargo master missed it, but the Jawas noticed it.
Well,
And go ahead and take 1 strain for that threat. So on your character sheet where it says strain, you should see threshold. That's how much you can take. And the category next to it is how much you suffered. So go ahead and turn your 0 to a 1. Perfect. As
and
you
one
know,
thing you
you've
can
got.
spend. Right.
Go
I
ahead.
can spend what?
One thing you can spend your advantage on when you make a roll would be to recover strain. You can't use it on wounds, but you can recover strain 1 for 1 for advantages when you roll them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
strain
it's a
is the
give and
mechanic
take.
that you get back a lot. There's a lot of things you can do to get strain back. Plus, technically, at the end of an encounter, you get to possibly roll cool or disciplined or get some strain back from taking a breather. So don't be afraid to spend strain to do extra maneuvers and stuff. So you basically the Jawas are kind of giving you a big berth after you picked on the one Jawa. They're just like, "Psh, Hudaka." One Jawa totally says that you're crazy in the head. You're Putaka and the Ganga.
I'm just
So,
gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I got my few pieces that I needed to make a bomb, so
yeah, you've got
I'm good.
a small handful of components that, with a quick mechanics check, you can totally make an explosives device.
Awesome.
Do you want to do so while the rest of the Jawas are working and Dee Dee's bringing bigger cargo containers?
Yes. And where is everybody else? So Zeke was still looking over everything.
Yeah, so I'm watching at the end of the ramp and glaring at everybody.
And his cute little pit droid is being the big man on campus, pointing where to put things.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to open my character sheet. Yeah, I'll do a mechanics check to see if I can make a little makeshift. Sorry, my computer's being weird.
No, you're fine.
That reminds me, let's see. Explosive scanner. I know there's got to be one on
Mechanics.
those
Okay.
level.
Okay. I will roll mechanics.
Oh, I can get an explosive, EOD Mark IV explosive disposal remote. All right, for only 500 credits.
Tell the remote to go take it to the airlock and blow it out.
Yes,
And
yes.
I can remove one setback on mechanics rolls.
So that would have been if there was a
Also.
black dice, which thankfully these are good parts, so they're in good working order, so you didn't have to worry about that. So you have a tiny bomb that you've rigged out of these 5 little pieces that you pickpocketed.
Yay! I'm not sure what I want to do with them yet. I'm trying to decide who'd be the most appeased. Probably Aurora. But I don't know if she's because didn't you left, right?
She's gonna
Or-
go have drinks
okay.
with your boss.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold off on doing anything else with that for the moment.
As you
Oh, so
finish
it's for
building the
damage.
bomb and the little blinky lights start growing that it's an active bomb.
Ah.
As we get the screen swipe back to the other hangar where the Duros is totally offering you a bunch of different unlabeled containers that have gaffer's tape with written labels of what kind of liquid is inside them. Almost every one of them has a question mark.
I am staring at Castox like, what the fuck?
I'll try to read the guy's mind for using my sense power.
Okay.
See if he's feels like he's trying to do anything shady or what he's thinking, I guess.
Wow.
You're totally picking up on your boss's apprehension, and that's where all the dark side's coming from. If she's looking at you like this is shady as
Well, I won't use my dark side, so
so you'll
I
opt
will.
not to use it.
Yeah, I'll opt not to use it since I only have one light side point, and it's probably not that important. So, I'll grab the one that looks the least suspicious and make sure he has a drink of it too, and then you give it a try.
Okay, go ahead and give me either a vigilance, perception, or survival. I'll take any one of those.
Okay, vigilance. Do my best.
As you're totally
Let me
seeing
know
him
if it's
pour
already
3
full.
different glasses from 3 different containers, and he takes a sip of one, and you're totally like, which container was that? And you know that it is in fact the vessel with the pestle that holds the brew that is true, and it's this bluish clear liquid.
All right.
As he
Make sure he
puts
takes the
all
chalice of
3
the palace.
cups down, and he says, "There you go, my friends. You can have a sip of each or just one. I cannot be held accountable if you make yourselves ill with it, because this is what we call drink roulette."
Hmm.
Wait.
Well,
I almost forgot. And he puts a lazy Susan on the barrel and puts the glasses on the barrel and spins it so they just swirl in a circle.
Wrong.
I'll use my advantages to grab the glasses first. I'll grab the chalice of the palace and the flagon with the dragon.
Okay, because the
The
flagon with the
poisons.
dragon is the brew that's true.
Yep. The pellet with the poisons in the pestle with the vessel, or the vessel with the pestle. Yep. I know that movie.
Now I was gonna say, is anyone else a Danny Kaye fan that knows of the Scarlet Pumpernickel, or is it Pumpernickel? Silence tells me it's
Pumpernickel.
just
Been a
you and
while.
I, Duncan.
Yep. The court
Been a
jester.
while.
Yep. I brought that up recently in one of my games. Nobody else knew what it was either. So.
Y'all gotta go watch
I'll,
the Danny
I'll,
Kaye.
so I'll grab the two that seem the least deadly. I'll give Aurora the softest one, and then I'll take the other one.
Aww.
And then I'll use the boost to give me a boost or a boost dice for my resilience check when I drink this, if needed.
It will in fact require a resilience check. Good that you were thinking about that. And if you hand it to Aurora, and Aurora, you gonna sip what he hands you?
I am sniffing it and staring at it, and I have not decided what I am doing with it yet.
Okay, it doesn't smell too horrible. It doesn't seem caustic in anything like that. As Castox, are you gonna go ahead and drink yours?
I'll toast mine to the guy who I don't have the name in front of me.
Okay.
So to make sure he drinks his.
Pax will totally take the third cup, and he
Pax?
looks at it and he just makes this horrible look on his face. As even though he doesn't have a nose, he does that sniff test.
I'll
just
toast him
this blah.
and drink with him.
And as you do, give me a resilience check. As you drink it, it's kind of acrid tasting, like you're drinking radiator coolant, but it's not toxic. But you swallow it no problem. You got a success there, so you have no problem drinking it. As he immediately turns around and just retches the stuff he was drinking. And he's like, I guess I chose wrong. Good job, you two. And he totally looks at Aurora, waiting for you to take your sip.
So it's yours problem. Here, why don't you drink mine so you can have something that you can enjoy? I actually probably shouldn't drink and drive.
Oh, that's a good point. And he totally takes your drink and, lugs half of it down to get the wretched taste out of his mouth.
I am trying not to gag. I had the biggest smile on my face.
And then, because I activated Force Take the Wheel, I have to use my dark side points. So I'll take them as boost dice to a negotiation check. To try to upgrade our prices to impress them with me drinking the sludge.
Okay. You did drink the sludge, so I'm gonna give you a boost dice to that. Fair is fair.
Okay.
So what boost are those dark side dice gonna give you?
Um. Oh no, I've spent them. So I have to do them for advantages. They.
I could give you an upgrade and one boost dice.
Sure. Actually, how about to see something significant around his room uh, that may be important?
Okay. So as you look around his spread there, you definitely notice the recent signs of a blaster fight that has taken place.
Okay. Uh,
And it looks
right.
like to your spacer eyes, like
Mhm.
he is ready to pack up and go at any moment.
So it seems like things at your station has been heating up. Looks like your neighbors have been advancing into your own room to try to deal with you.
Ah, we've just had some union conflicts, if you know what I mean. Two of the other moochers that have come over here to scab off our salvage have been a little cranky and kind of running off our usual cargo haulers.
Yeah, to turn to aggressive negotiations.
We got to do what we got to do. I'm just saying that, I trust my blaster here. I would want to make DD 214 angry because DD can smash pretty good, if you know what I mean.
Well, if there's anything that we can do before we leave to help your social situation here, if there's any compensation you can give us to help you out, we'll be willing to listen to any offers.
Oh no, thank you muchly. But as soon as we get your cargo loaded out, me and my crew are gonna be heading off to the next hot salvage claim.
Okay.
And you guys are totally seeing the crew go back and forth, taking packages while you guys are hanging out. As we get this screen swipe, as the healthy liquid is now completely drained of the three containers. 2 liters of the drinkable stuff has now been drank as the three of you are hanging out. He keeps filling Aurora's cup up, but Aurora just ain't drinking, right?
Nope. If he keeps refilling it, I'll just keep I'll find a little a pillow or something and just kind of pull it behind it. He said he's moving out, so it's okay.
There's a tiny little planter that you just keep pouring liquid into.
Yes. I mean, I guess that's nicer than pouring it behind his pillow.
I mean, are you moving things to his bedroom? Hubba hubba.
I mean, I thought I was kind of more imagining his little space being like a little studio all in one room sort of thing is what he has.
No, no, his sleeping room is on his ship.
Oh, yeah, then yeah. I don't
This
know
is
if
just where you see the piles of different cargoes slowly disappearing as you guys are sitting on a box at one point, and the Jawas come and pick some stuff up, and you lose your seat as he's moving things. He's like, so it looks like you've gotten all the big stuff. So are you looking to hang out a little longer, or are you going to take off to go do the drop off?
I mean, we're good to go, right?
So I would say to try to turn it into use the negotiation role. I would say, hey, well, it looks like your crew's loaded this slower than they're supposed to for us to make our arrival at our next destination. I think you might want to bump up our pay to compensate for your guys making us late.
Ooh, go ahead and give me your negotiation roll.
Okay.
I will give you another blue dice because you've been having him drink. So he's feeling really
Okay.
good.
Good thing Force is taking the wheel. So I will do 3 successes or 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay, so you end up with 1 success and 3 advantages.
Yep.
As I have to whip out the calculator.
Uh-oh.
As he's like, you know what? These lazy Jawas. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with them. They're almost done with their contract. They're down to 6 weeks left on their contract. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm gonna make a call. As soon as you guys take off, have my word. He totally like crosses his forehead. It's a Duros thing about a promise. I promise amongst all of my ancestors that I will make a call and make sure that you guys get a little bump in your pay. Just a boost, a little taste of the extra space cheese if you get me. So I'm gonna make
I
sure that
appreciate it.
you guys get paid 6,000 credits on delivery. How's that sound
More
to
than
you?
fair. We appreciate that. Aurora,
All
is
right.
that okay with you?
Yes, that sounds acceptable.
All right.
Okay, well,
That's
I'll go
good.
aboard our ship.
Looks like my boys have done their job. I'm going to go hit the refresher on my ship and make a phone call, so that way I can make sure you get that little bump and make sure Vork knows not to mess with you guys. That sound fair?
And
As you can totally see, he's getting a little drunk, or a little tired, one or the other.
Sure.
yeah, you tell everyone not to mess with us.
Yeah, I
scary.
tell everybody not to mess with the Aurora and her crew. And don't
Yeah.
don't let any of my Jawas give you any hard time. And
Yeah, that's not a
and
problem.
and in case you didn't know, one of the Jawas isn't the Jawa. It's an Ewok. But
What?
the Ewok works really hard, so worth their weight in gold. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's adorable.
Maybe they're awfully heavy for their size. Kind of dense.
That they are very
I'm
dense.
just
Must
That's
be
why
worth a
over
they
lot of
here.
call
gold.
them Endorian drop bears, because they fall out of the trees. I heard from
When they break the
fellow
branches.
spacers, they climb up the trees and then they eat the leaves that make them crazy. Then they fall out of the trees on things.
Hopefully this one doesn't fall on us. Aurora, let's head back to the ship.
All right.
And he kind of drunkenly staggers up to the ramp to his ship.
Well, that was an adventure. How disgusting was your alcohol?
I've had worse, but not by much.
And
Aren't you glad that we didn't?
as you guys are walking down the hallway, you see the group of Jawas and the big loading droid come back. Looks like they're on their very last load to get to your ship. Anything
Okay.
How long?
interesting happening?
Well,
Pretty
can I walk?
careful.
I want to walk up to Aurora with my little present, and I just want to hold it up to her. Bomb?
No,
Ewoks threatening you with a bomb. Oh no.
I'm like trying to hand it.
Oh my God! Did you make this?
I'm just shaking my head. It's gonna be an Ewok of few words.
Gosh, I think this is the pretend Jawa that we were told about. Can I keep it? Good. You want to come with me? You are my friend.
But everybody said it might fall on you. Looks kind of hefty to if it falls on you.
It's okay. I'll have Tink help me if it falls on me. But look, it made a bomb.
I'm gonna like
Yeah,
show
it's
the
just-
other like little handmade gadgets that I have in my pocket just to show off
It's
a
your
little bit.
it's your ship. As long as you don't think Pax will find this one missing. I don't know if you're trying to give this one away. to us, but if this one, he said it's
Huh?
worth its weight in gold, so
But
I think he might be attached to this one.
they technically said don't let any of the Jawas leave on the ship.
Yes. Yes.
Loophole.
Are you a slave here? Are you free to go? Do you want to go?
Not a slave. No. No, I want to go.
Do you need to like put in your notice to anyone? Or can you just like hop on board and skedaddle?
Well, I showed up out of nowhere. I think I can leave out of nowhere.
I like it.
This
All
isn't
right.
What
nowhere.
equivalent of deuces? And as you guys are making your arrangements, you hear 3 sets of boots coming the other direction past where the ship is parked. And Baloo is aware that these are some of the other salvage scabs that are out there that haven't had bad situations yet with your boss, but are very touch and go on how touchy they are. They're not the militant ones that started the shit, but they're very angry with your boss. And you know from your experience, these guys drove away the last cargo ship that came
Oh.
and
Drove away.
stole some of the salvage.
From the previous ship or from the
From the
oh,
from the previous smuggling crew that showed up to transport.
okay.
So I'm gonna be trying to like with my tiny self shuffle everybody towards the ship
Okay. Are you
quickly.
guys gonna
Quickly.
listen to your new friend and head to the ship as you hear some people walking up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Okay. So somebody in the group give me either
As
an
there.
athletics or a coordination to see who gets there first, the bad guys or you guys.
Athletics or coordination?
Yep. How you
I
quickly double the pace or if you hustle.
Can we do
This
it
is
as a
what
group? As a group check?
this. I will
Yeah,
let
whoever has
somebody
the
aid
best.
if
Yeah.
somebody wants to aid.
have a 4 green in coordination.
I have
Okay.
3 green. So yeah, go for it.
So your friends are going to give you a blue die. Let's hope I put it in there quick enough.
If not, I can just go again.
So go ahead and take 1 strain for Aurora, but you guys get back to the airlock, and as you do, you see these 3. Obviously, they're salvagers because you can see they got the overhauls with the tool belts, and the one guy that seems to be leading them kind of like double times it when he sees you guys running. He says, "Hey, wait, stop! I have to talk to you." Do you close and lock the airlock door?
We'll
No
have,
good. No good.
Maybe not. We can talk to him.
have everyone else go inside and shut the door and stay and listen to what he has to say.
So
I'll stay outside.
you close the door and listen on the intercom?
You're
No,
talking for the hangar, right?
yeah, I'll have everyone else go inside the ship and I will stand and listen.
Okay, so everybody's in the hangar,
Yeah, I run
nice and
inside.
safe-ish. Okay, so immediately you're at the airlock. It's got a window there, and he totally goes up and hits the intercom button, and he hits the buzz button to open the door, but you've got it in the locked mode right now. And then he finally hits the intercom and says, "Who the heck are you on this station? This is our claim."
I'm sorry. What's your name?
My name is Boric.
Let
What
me
is
look
your
through my
name?
records. Let me look through my records really quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're not listed, so I don't know who you are. So If you're gonna be aggressive, I'm just gonna take off. My business
Hey,
here is complete.
as soon as you say that, I told you he found somebody to transport the cargo. Taz, cut this door open. And the guy starts assembling a plasma cutter.
Hey guys, you guys wanna
Are you getting on the
Zequa, can you
comm to the
take us
crew?
out of this group? Yeah. Zequa, can you get us out of here? We got some idiots.
I don't pilot the ship. I just
You
fix the
press the
ship.
go button. Press the go button, or they're gonna cut a shiny little hole in the ship,
No,
and we know how you feel
no,
about.
they're cutting the door to the hangar, not the ship.
What do
They're
you
at
think's
the
gonna?
airlock to the hangar. They're trying to get into the hangar, not the ship.
You don't think that
So
will happen?
I'll go up and I'll use my Jedi mind trick on them, saying, "You guys want to go back to your own ship and just leave us alone?"
Okay,
But
go
at that
ahead.
point, I am bringing up the cargo ramp. So
Okay, because the cargo is
Okay.
full. As you're hitting the cargo
yep,
ramp, it's lifting up. And as
yep.
Caslax goes to the window there, you see the three humanoids. One of them's putting a plasma cutter together. It's got in 3 pieces on his cargo vest. Go ahead and give me a discipline check. One of the
Okay.
3 is stronger than the others.
This is the full set.
Yep.
I will use a light side point for it. So if you want to throw an upgrade on it.
Okay, I got the upgrade on there for you.
Okay.
Man. So what
So
exactly do you do and say at the window?
uh I say you boys had better just head back to your ship. That coming in here isn't going to be worth your trouble. And I have I can use my what's the range? So I can use 1 point for the 1 point for the power, 1 point for the range, a point for magnitude to affect 3 people, and then a point
Okay.
for the duration to have it last for, or the last 2 points for duration to have it last for 30 minutes.
Okay. So immediately the guy that was putting together the plasma cutter stops and he just has this slack jawed look and he says, "We need to go back to the ship quick." And the other guy that's, cheering him on is like, "We need to go back to the ship real quick." And then the guy who's angry and he's got the little spittle coming out of the side of his mouth of you guys coming there and taking some of the cargo out just says, "You better be here after we go back to the ship." And you see this little bit of drool on the side as the 3 of them kind of turn around almost as one and start zombieing down the walkway, totally forgetting what they were doing. They just know that they have to get back to the ship. It was their own idea to hurry up and go back to the ship.
All right, Captain, I think it's time for us to take our leave.
I think you are right. I think it is time for us to skedaddle.
Okay? As we get the screen
With her,
swipe
with
as
her.
y'all are jumping in the cockpit.
Oh, before we leave, I want to use sense to make sure that that there's no other unplanned life on our ship, that none of the other Jawas snuck on board.
Ooh, that's a good one. Go for it. So much dark side. So much aggravation.
So this one I
That's
don't
still
have
short
to
range. That's normal. I mean, range.
uh,
Range still.
sense. So one to activate it, and then one for range, because so that way go to at least long range. So I'd take another conflict and
But you have no dark side to flip to use it.
so it'll just be in short range then.
So where in the ship do you look sense for short range? Short range
Back by the cargo back by the cargoes.
Okay, as you believe there's no one other than the four of you on the ship. And
Okay.
a couple droids.
All right. Head back up to the front.
Okay, so Aurora, do you send the signal to open the hangar?
Yes.
Hangar doors, you totally hear it suck the foggy air back in the air recycler, and the doors kind of slowly, achy open up like a mouthful of rotten teeth as you feel that slight boom of vacuum from space, where only in Star Wars you can hear someone scream. And you see the debris field to escape.
From what to escape?
The debris field.
Briefing.
Oh, I don't know what I
were,
heard, but that was not it.
You were slightly disconnected last time we talked about the debris field, as your crew made it really easy for you to escape.
I'll co-pilot again.
Oh, I was going to say don't roll yet because, okay, never mind. You were lucky. I was still clicking black dice to the pool. Okay, so.
So I will get. So this one I have to use all my points, because it's part of a skill check. So I will turn that into one success and two successes, and then I'll take a threat.
Does that mean I have to take a threat?
No, this
No,
is
he
on
can
your
give
co-pilot.
something to me. Yep.
So I'm gonna use that threat for a black dice for the next person. So how much are you reducing the difficulty?
By two.
By 2? God damn it, fragger.
Yeah, but it's a lot of black still.
On the plus side, thank you for the extra black dice.
No problem. I'm at 13 conflict this session.
Oh my god.
Slowly you're seeing yellow rings around his eyes as he's giving into the dark side. Some people say it's the day I fell to the dark side. Other people say it's Tuesday. So, Aurora, your piloting pool is ready.
Okay.
It is 6 black dice.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm close to passing out too. I'm almost near my strength threshold.
Nice.
But Aurora is
Nice.
Aurora. And as you go flying out of there, some of the debris field kind of mooshes and you bank, and then some of the stuff comes flowing up from nowhere, and you do this cute little twirly twirl that's totally way more flair than needed to go. As you go and you get to the edge of the gravity well here to go to hyperspace.
Dun, dun, dun. Plumber.
Who's going to do the astrogation check?
That's me.
Around. Why are you moving around there?
I'm totally giving you a blue dice because, yes, the garbage scow planet is on the records and is updated regularly where it will be. So there's totally a blue dice to this average check. And the more I talk, the more I emphasize you should be flipping a light side point, but you don't have any. So I'm going to have to just come out and do that.
Yeah, so, yeah, do all the narration you want. I can't do anything.
Plot that course. You're going to head
Right.
right to Junker's Haven.
Exactly. Because I'm that good. Look at that.
Raxus Prime is your goal. As you totally put in the coordinates that you believe is amazing. What do you want for your 2 advantage?
Stop over. Reduce the travel time.
Okay, so basically you're finding a nice little shortcut so you can do it in 12 parsecs or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Okay, so as you guys hit the hyperspace lever, the ship goes into hyperspace. Everything's going good. The ship is shimming in hyperspace just nice. Your new member, Baloo, is checking out the ship. You know, it's got funny smells in some places. You find a stack of marked playing cards in one of the rooms. You've got some cool holo games on the group community table down over here. Do me a favor. Zico, where are you at as you're in hyperspace? After you did
I
your
am
calculations?
operating. I did it, everything in the engine room.
Okay, so you're in the ship's engine room?
Yep.
Okay, do me a favor and give me Tink's vigilance. Go ahead and roll me a vigilance for Tink.
Tink. Let me look. All right. So I'm rolling. All right.
Yep, you're rolling for Tink.
Yeah. Sure, it's outstanding. Yeah, it is.
Let's
All right.
find
Ready?
how well this little pit droid is at keeping an eye on things as he's walking around the cargo in there. And
Hey, look at that.
wow. He immediately
Hey.
looks over at one of the cargo containers and sees that the wall of the cargo container is red hot with steam coming off the side of the cargo container. And then immediately turns around to go run to get help. And as he runs to go up to the console, he jumps up to hit the radio button. And as he does, he misses and boops his nose on the wall and goes into his little hubcap mode.
Override that function.
But then in a few moments of something happening, he finally pops himself back open. And he basically is hitting the 911 button in the cargo hold.
We seem to have a radio. It's like we seem to have a problem in the cargo hold, Captain.
We should
I'm
probably
gonna
go
walk
check.
up to the cockpit and just kind of be like, "It's hot over there."
All right. Well, let's go take a sneaky peek at our cargo and see why my ship's hot.
Yeah, we'll head over that way.
Okay, so immediately Tink is like pointing over there, and you see this little smoke cloud wafting up to the ceiling of the cargo unit. And you see there's definitely something wrong with something that is in this cargo box.
All right.
As
Well,
you can see the contents of this cargo box have been marked and then a strict line through it and then marked with another thing and then strict line through it. So you're not quite sure what's inside this cargo box. But it is
One way to
bloody
Smoke
hot to
smell
the
like
touch.
anything?
It smell. Ooh, it smells like something is burning on the inside.
awesome. Well, I'm sure we have a fire extinguisher or something somewhere.
we could spit on it.
Fire extinguisher.
I
Fire
don't.
extinguisher?
I don't think his multi-goo gun, gain automatic.
He'd
Making sense.
better have something like that.
That's repair. It didn't. Yeah, I'm
Obviously,
sure there's
Aurora
got to
doesn't
be.
follow Space OSHA.
Of course,
All right.
I follow Space OSHA.
I will
Home.
pop the container open so I can observe what is getting hot.
So, thanks to the heat, it seems like the cargo container is stuck. Is someone going to use a skullduggery or a mechanics to bust it open?
Mechanics it.
I stay in the cockpit. I'm tired from my last session.
You're busy meditating. Okay,
Trying to feel better.
now, Baloo, you are a pretty handy mechanic yourself if you want to help him.
Yes, I would like to help him.
Okay, so Baloo's gonna give you, Zico, what's your mechanics currently at?
I am 3 yellow, 1 green with a -1 black.
Okay. So hopefully your -1 black and the pool is set because there is a black dice in play. And Baloo is
It is.
helping you, giving you a blue dice.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba. Wait, I just had like the weirdest deja vu when you said that. Ignore me, it's fine. It's fine.
It's probably the cough medicine.
All right. Right.
Oh,
Yep,
All right. Are we ready?
we're ready.
All right. Wow.
As immediately the two of you are diving on this and you're using some tools to try to pry this thing open, as it looks like the latch seems to be swollen from the heat expansion. And it just doesn't want to budge. And it seems to be getting hotter. Oh, whoa, very bad. Very bad. It's getting very hot. The container itself is radiating heat. So,
Okay.
what would you like for that one advantage?
Hmm.
As you totally look at the emergency spacing button.
Yeah, but I'd have to like move it over next to the door or something, right? So,
You just turn off its
I mean,
magnetic lock and you open the door and let it get sucked out into space.
all right. Well, then we'll do that.
I
this is
mean,
probably gonna be the
I'm
most thing that
I'm sure you guys are totally
you
magnetically tethered, right?
work.
Probably not, since I
And
don't have a spacesuit.
so it's getting dangerously hot. What are you guys gonna do? Yes, that D4 was totally a ticking clock.
Yeah, figured. So, I mean,
Dump it.
There's the two of you down there. Go ahead and both of you guys give me your vigilance.
Vigilance.
Go ahead and roll initiative for vigilance.
Wait, roll
Oh.
initiative or roll vigilance?
Roll initiative for vigilance.
Yeah, so go to combat tab, and there's a cool in vigilance there. That's the one you want to roll. And unlike D&D, you don't have to click on your character, so that's nice.
Click on your
Is
token.
Usopp Fugaki?
That is the thing that's getting ready to explode. Aren't you glad it rolled a 0?
Sure, I can totally read that. That's what it says too.
Well, I don't know. I wrote a 0, so.
So currently the cargo container is getting hot and it's warping to the touch. Who's gonna do what? I would recommend the two of you do separate things. In case one fails, the other one comes to go save the day. But that's just me. It's only a maneuver to help, so. Who's going first?
So
My little
I
button
didn't
press
get
to
anything. Can someone explain what my role was really quick? What was the initiative?
So your initiative, you rolled success to advantage, which basically the way initiative works is there are PC slots and then there's normally NPC slots.
Right.
Initiative is popcorn order, so it doesn't really matter what you rolled specifically as far as you going. We can decide as a
Okay.
party who fills each of those slots.
Okay, so sorry, I'm like I should
no.
know the word
So
initiative.
I was
That makes sense now. Okay.
I was I
No.
was totally going to explain the way, yeah, initiative works. It's a player slot or an NPC slot. Y'all can pick who goes next and what. So if you want to go first, you can totally go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. I think what I would want to do is is there like a button or something to push where I could open whatever to possibly get the cargo box out?
So
Like I want to open, I move
there is
somewhere to
the
open a
emergency
door or
space button, but you don't want to do that currently because you guys are in there.
oh, okay. So,
But there is a button that will untether the cargo container from the floor so that if someone does open the airlock, it can be sucked out. Or someone can try another mechanics check to try to open the container to figure out what's going on inside. Because whatever's going on inside, somebody's going to have to get inside the cargo container to see it.
okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
I'll do another
both of you
mechanics check again and try again to open it.
Okay. So you do have 2 light side points if you want to use one. And I'm assuming Tink is helping? Because Tink is super helpful.
Yeah, they're helping figure out what's going on.
Okay, so Tink will totally give you a blue dice. So if you want to use
Okay.
a light side point, that'll also get you an upgrade. I mean, there is a very horrible thing having a small meltdown in your cargo hold. You may want to use those light side points.
While we drive through space. Yeah, okay, I'm going to use a light side
Okay, I've
and
got your
then
dice pool ready.
ready for the
Mechanics.
mechanics again. Here we go.
Okay, so something interesting is happening here. So with your result, you did not get a success. But you have 2 advantages, and that cool little lightsaber in a circle pattern, that's a triumph. That's the equivalent of a natural 20. That's a great thing. So you didn't
Okay.
succeed in opening the container, but something okay good happened and something amazingly good happened. And you get to come up with that as you want, or you can ask me for suggestions. I will not do you dirty. I will give you good suggestions, or you can ask the group for suggestions. If you've got a great idea,
Hmm.
throw it out there.
I mean, can I at least figure out what's causing it, even if I'm not able to open
I will give you for the
the
2
box?
advantages, so that way you're not wasting the triumph, that you can figure out what's going on inside. Would you like to do that?
Okay. Yes.
You know for a fact what's going on because all of a sudden you have a flashback back on the station and you're realizing that obviously in this cargo container there must have been a faulty engine core put in the box, and basically the power core is going into full meltdown. An amazing mechanic could stop it if you could get into the container in time to do it. You are assuming with those 2 advantages, since the wall of the cargo box is glowing hot and literally warping as you're looking at it, it's bending the metal fatigue, that someone only has a small window to get into this box and do it. You probably think spacing it would be the safer thing to do. And then you have a big damn triumph for something awesome. And by the way, you could just say if you want for that triumph, you quickly hit the button to turn off the magnet seal, run over and safely pop the hatch as you yell at your friend to grab onto something and throw some improvised explosive device causing the cargo container to go flying off the ship in hyperspace to make an awesome Michael Bay level special effects. But that's just me throwing a suggestion out there.
Well, I thought about explosives, like if I could blow it up, at least then it's open. But yeah, blowing it up to launch it off the ship sounds good. Um, I'm gonna turn to my friend and just say, "Hold on, bomb." Hopefully that signals that you should hold on to something. And yeah, then I'll, you know, disconnect it, the button to open the latch, and
And
whee!
since you are a salvaging expert with your demolition skills, you know to hit the button first that brings up the environmental shield that apparently was perfectly overhauled recently. Throw your explosives at the cargo unit, causing it to blow up in the air and bounce right out the ramp as it lowers just in time without explosive decompression, rather explosive hockey puttification. As it bounces out and your ship is traveling in hyperspace, so we see this beautiful side angle of the ship in hyperspace with the blurry stars. As the cargo container unit for a second slowly falls out of the ship, still inside the hyperspace field, and as soon as it gets to the edge, the explosion happens with this dong, and the explosion stretches and slows down for a few brief seconds as of what apparently somewhere in the galaxy far, far away, this explosion is happening in hyperspace but falling out of hyperspace. And it will just look like a beautiful purple streak through the galaxy.
Wow.
Destro-
Yeah.
destroying a hyper school bus that happened to be going by.
That's dark. Aren't you some ball of sunshine?
And Baloo, you just saved the ship. What do you say to Zekrom?
I like bombs.
Big bada boom.
I got it. I like.
And all I can think about is the little kid that sits talking to the reporter and goes, "I like turtles."
I like turtles.
I don't know if you've seen that video before, but
Yep.
He's got like a zombie face or something.
yeah, he's all dressed up like a zombie, and I don't even remember what the reporter asked him, but he's all like, "I like turtles." Like, okay, yeah,
Right
just
on,
look up.
little zombie dude.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
They're crunchy.
What is this? Naked and
Dad?
Afraid?
Have a fear, guys, that what blew up is gonna cost us money.
Well, somebody must have tinkered with it. One of those nasty Jawas. I can still smell them on the ship. That still hasn't. That still hasn't cleared. Well, I will check the rest of the cargo to ensure that there's no other issues going on with the cargo.
Okay.
Smart.
Go ahead and not yet. Let me get the dice pool up there. Go
What do
ahead.
you want?
Give me a mechanics or a perception.
All right, we'll do a
And Baloo, are you
mechanics.
going to help?
Help with his mechanics check.
He's going to inspect the cargo.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All
Is
right,
Tink also assisting?
sure.
Okay. I've got 2 blue dice in there for you.
All right, here we go.
Managed to slip
Bad
that in
stuff.
just the right time, but it didn't do jack. So you check the rest of the stuff and you realize there's a few other powered up items, but nothing else that seems to be malfunctioning.
Okay.
And you realize at this moment that Baloo just saved the ship. Baloo's quick action totally save the starboard from being, starburned.
Yeah, a little fuzzball might come in handy after all. I won't have to
Like
eat it.
having somebody at head level.
All right, and
Okay,
we
is
will.
anybody doing anything of importance before you land?
Well, we will use advantage to rearrange the cargo and so forth, and that so it's not as obvious that anything's missing.
I like
do
it.
me do me a favor and give me
Sure, we
a
got some garbage we can put in a crate sitting around.
Wow. Give me a deception check. I'm going to give you a blue dice. Baloo, are you helping?
Yes, yeah, I'll help move stuff around and maybe
Wow.
clean up
Okay.
if there's any remnants of explosive.
So
Well,
between
Blue
the
might
two
want
of
to make
you,
the
who's got
check.
a better deception?
I was gonna say I have a 3 green. That's actually my
Yeah.
one. Okay, that's my one good social skill.
You lie really well.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so one
Actually,
of
my
you guys give me the roll. Who feels
all right.
lucky?
I wouldn't say lucky.
Oh, well,
You
that's
did
my
pull
one.
For
the
it.
triumph and save the
You
ship.
got this?
I
All right,
mean,
go for it.
All right.
There we go.
wow. As immediately Blue is going nub 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 in Ewok and describing how you guys will move things around to make it look like the big ass cargo container that is currently missing. It's this big void in your cargo hold. That it is not missing at all.
Right.
As well as some A-Team style montage. If anybody remembers the old TV show from the 80s, you guys do the da 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 da. Start welding some metal together to make an extra box and just fill it with garbage.
I mean, we're in a trap. It's totally believable.
All right, we're all good, Captain. All of our cargo is just fine now.
All right.
As like 14 different warning lights went off in hyperspace that you've never seen go off ever before. You're like, what just happened? I didn't even know that light lit up.
I know that was light, but that's not important.
So you guys make really good
Everything's
time.
fine here.
You pop out into orbit over Rexus Prime. It's this giant industrial garbage pile. The entire planet is the biggest junkyard ever, where you see city-sized mechs that have basically arms and a furnace for a mouth are eating piles of garbage around the planet, making big old Grand Canyon size spots. There's huge lines of automated garbage freights that just drop off cargo containers and they let crash into orbit. What are you guys doing? You've got the contact information for Vork Grunt. He's a human. He's a Weequay male, also known as the Scrap Baron, according to his little resume. And he is in Junkers Haven, planet side.
Well, I think we can totally pull off the scrap metal king giving him an empty box. Can we very quickly take like a 3-minute potty break?
Okay, yeah, go potty if you got it.
Yeah.
Or everybody buy the headphones that David's got, and you'll never know if you went potty.
Yeah, one of those two. So
I'm Yeah.
It's the fact that the kid is home, so I don't have phones.
Yeah, actually buying this headset, I still have yet to put it anywhere near a charger, and it's still at 80%. It's been like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm like, it's at least 2.5 months you've had them.
Yeah. I mean, granted, we haven't played for a little bit, but still,
It was a
sitting,
slow
it has
gaming
not
month.
decreased either. Yeah.
That is a
So,
good
I'm
investment.
impressed.
And the audio
Yes.
quality is great.
Nice.
Well, while waiting, on the way down, can I do 4C?
Ooh, okay. Let me clear the pool for you. The pool is cleansed.
I will only use 1 point.
The
So
force
I
has
can
been
get
very
1.
rough. And using your Jedi powers as you're relaxing and meditating and hearing the dun 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 dun. What does that 1 point with 4C give you?
It'll give me vague hints of the events to come today.
You know, from the moment you look at the cargo container that they've welded together, as you watch Bilbo scampering up on top welding it, as Zico is working together, and the two of them have this simpatico mechanico going on, where they're tossing each other tools like two mechanics that have been working in a shop for years. That you are 100% certain this decoy cargo container will pass mustard.
Okay.
And you also
Of course it
know
will.
that at least one Jawa on the planet will try to board this ship.
Okay.
You know there's a small swarm of Jawas wishing to get off the junk planet. I don't know why a Jawa wants to get off the paradise, but they want to get off the
Right.
junk planet. Who are we kidding? They're probably building their own escape craft. Looks like a giant dune crawler. But then again, your ship looks like a giant dune crawler.
Hey.
Right.
And then I also would take a quick moment to make a run to the restroom.
Of course, as soon as I
Okay, well, if you're
What
back,
do you
then I
want?
won't.
restroom, yo.
We don't want you to, it's not good to hold it in.
Yeah, no, that's unhealthy.
Makes the
Go
GM
to
want
the
to wrap things
bathroom.
up quicker. So
Go to the
you guys
bathroom.
are
I wanted to
outside.
ask David about his headphones, so go to the bathroom.
Fine.
Are they computer headphones or are they normal headphones?
They're wireless PC headphones. They're full ear, nice boom mic, controls on the headset. Let me pull up here. I can pull up and post it in the link here. I bought them on Amazon. And yeah, I've been really good sound dampening, and like I said, the battery life is crazy. And it's one big thing I really like is it's got aluminum for the attachments for the headset to the head strap. Why can I not get? Why is Amazon not wanting to come up for me? Is Amazon down or something?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, it's probably my firewall.
I had to turn off my VPN the other day because it kept trying to put me in New York, and it was
Oh,
messing
nice.
either New York or Russia, and I was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
These are very, very different places and not at all where I am. And the websites I'm trying to go to are not working now.
Yeah, this was it was my uh it was blocking my information. All right,
As
here
your
it is.
as your VPN puts you in Russia, and it says in Soviet Russia, web browser browses you.
Yeah.
Wonka.
Well, trying
Uh,
to this for a game I play and through the website because when I use the website it works better than when I go through the game itself. And it was telling me that the website that I wanted to go to does not exist.
oh,
Wait,
jeez.
$150 on freaking headphones?
But trust me, it's well worth it. I spent 80 for the others, and they lasted, I don't know, 8 months before they broke it. The earpiece, where it attaches to the ear muff. But 300 hours of battery life,
They are smaxy.
and
It's
they're
a
very
Christmas
comfortable.
gift.
Very comfortable, very good sound. Like I said, I've had them at least 2.5 months. And actually, I got them January 29th, so February, March, April. So yeah, about almost 2.5 months, and I've yet to charge them, but have used them, 3-hour sessions here and there. So been very happy, and they feel solid.
That is, I'm still just gobsmacked at that cost. I believe you that they're worth it, but that's like,
Sometimes, yeah, but you could pay $30 for a bunch of them over and over. They're shitty, or pay once and they last you for a very long time and have good quality and stuff.
well, see,
Sometimes you just gotta,
I hate them to begin. I hate the headphones in general. So if I'm gonna spend a lot of money on them, I want to know that I won't refuse to wear them after a month, like I have with the last 3 pair of gaming headphones I bought.
yeah, these are very comfortable, and it's Amazon, so their return policy is pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, I'm just talking to y'all through my computer, and when my computer's being an ass, I just use my phone because I hate wearing the headphones.
mm,
But those are
They are
those are
smaxy.
headphones.
yeah,
I think
I've
I'd like
totally
them if they came in other colors other than red. The red is so angry looking.
uh,
That's the same thing Aurora says about the spaceship.
so it looks like they do have. If you look down 4-star and above, they do have a wired for 79, but
You do know what
that defeats
exactly,
being.
right? If I had wired
Yeah,
headset,
I was gonna
wireless.
say it defeats having the wireless. So
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you were on that call when I kept clotheslining myself.
right, yeah, the wireless is nice. It's got a quick touch, a mute button, so you can mute, go to the bathroom while you're still talking, and it does have good range too.
So you
Much
can
better than my
talk,
other
but it
pair.
has the background muted?
It does have good
Or
noise canceling and everything. Yeah,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I think we've never heard a jet engine in your background.
no,
As we
A
joke
jet
about last
engine?
night's game, one of our players in last night's game constantly kept having this jet engine sound in the background.
Ooh.
well, we had one player that used on a game that you'd hear the motorcycle and cars racing down the street that his apartment was next to.
We would joke that speeder bikes just went ripping by.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. It was so bad. Another player said, "I'm going to buy you headphones and mail them to you." And then it was good after that.
Yeah, much better.
Got some quick shipping then.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
Oh, on a stick.
Wait, what?
Okay.
No, I closed the wrong window.
Oh no, she closed Amazon and everything else. As immediately
Okay.
you've got Vork, this Weequay on hologram. He's going, "Hello, can you hear me? I'm calling you, vessel in orbit. What are you wanting here? I have a queue 1,500 ships long. What do you want? Is this thing working? Another piece of junk on the junk planet."
Like a bad TV vampire.
So we're here to stop by or to make a delivery to Junkers Haven with Vork, the scrap baron.
I am Vork. I am the Strap Baron. Everyone is coming to Junkers Haven with deliveries. I need more details. Do you have a cargo manifest?
Yes, I assume so.
Are you sending it?
Did we get one from?
You told
If
me
we got
no.
one from, yeah, yeah, we'll send one.
And you send it real quick, and he goes, "Oh, this is the shipment from Pax. That bastard, that no good scum sucking salvage skag. I I assume he told you the arrangement. Is this correct?"
Mm.
We drop off the supplies to you, and we'd be paid 6,000.
Yes, he told me that you were a crack team that needed extra pay to do the job that would normally be done for less, but you would do very good with the job. So I am taking his word for you as truth, and I will honor the 6,000 credits for the drop off. Allow me to
Okay,
give you the
so
coordinates. And he like smacks at Jawa and says, "Send the coordinates to Lily Pad 4. We don't have any ships from there, right? We just salvaged the last one that was parked there." "Yes, Lily Pad 4. You should be getting the coordinates shortly. How long do you think it'll take you to get there?" And by the way, it's like 20 minutes away.
30 minutes.
25 minutes. Give ourselves wiggle room.
25.
25 minutes. Excellent. I shall meet you there. Just don't hit anything when you land.
Okay.
And he
All right. Well, somebody else
closes
gets
the
the flash. So.
contact. You totally hear him tap the hello comm. He's like, "Is this thing off?" And then it flips off. Okay. So you have the coordinates to follow down the planets, to fly through some junk canyons. Do you follow them to a T?
Yes.
Okay. I'm giving you a blue dice. Give me your piloting check as you follow his coordinates. You see this beautiful arching pile of garbage. You see this slag machine eating a spaceship and pooping out hardening red glowing blocks coming out its back end. You see this, like, literally the sky opens up and this rain cloud of garbage comes falling down.
You might want to hold on to something blue.
Excuse me, I am the best damn pilot y'all's ever known.
You're not in the cargo bay. You didn't hear nothing.
I'm clinging to whatever I can grab onto.
As you grab onto
I mean, I got
Tinky, T grabs onto you.
She likes to she likes to show off.
see, and I'm good at it. Look at all those thingies. Look like I did a good job.
Yep. So you have 2 successes and 2 advantages. How would you like to use those advantages?
I would like to use it.
You could totally. They do totally have a good suggestion there.
Let's see. What, the whole gain insights into a situation?
So that way, if you have to exit, you can always exit with basically a blue dice.
Yeah, I like that actually. I was thinking like use our successes, the successes to ensure that we can leave quickly, safely, efficiently without running into issues.
Okay, and as your ship goes through this beautiful, almost garbage wasteland of rust and gunmetal gray debris, you find the landing pad that's highlighted. It looks like a beautiful spaceport landing pad. It's good enough for a ship twice your size. Unfortunately, at the moment, it looks like someone parked a ship about your size in the pad and slowly gutted the ship. And then kind of like built a platform on what was left of the ship, and you're landing on that platform. So go ahead and
Oh,
give
wow.
me one more piloting check to make sure you don't scratch up the paint job.
It's still
As you,
planetary, correct?
yep,
Or space, right?
still space, yeah, because you're in your spaceship. As you totally have this beautiful exit vector to get the fuck out of this place, but the landing is super jinky.
All right, you ready for me to roll?
Yep. Okay, you bring your cargo ship down softly, gently. You hear the secondary landing pad that you're landing on kind of groan and moan, but it holds just gently. And then immediately you're hearing a tink 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 at the cargo door.
Well, that was quick.
As there's this weak
Um,
way with a mechanical leg that looks like it's made of like every piece of different prosthetic possible, and a walking stick made of some cool electronic knobs and dials and buttons on the head of it, as he's knocking on the outside of your cargo hold, and there is a swarm of Jawas there. Okay, it's only 9, but it's close to a swarm of Jawas. You know how
That's
quickly they
pretty much
multiply.
a swarm to me, man.
that's a swarm. Well, and did you say Zequa and Baloo are down in the cargo hold?
I do believe they did say that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're
Be
still in the
responsibility to open the door or to have that discussion.
You call them on the intercom and say, "Open sesame."
Hey guys, we're
Oh,
landed as good as it's gonna get.
all right. I'll open the cargo.
Let's
And as
push
soon
the
as you
button.
open up, you hear this "Utini!" as these army of Jawas start getting together, grabbing equipment, building skiffs to put the gear on that they had from pieces that they were carrying. As this old weak-weight gentleman with a mechanical leg says, "I'm Vork. I am the Scrap Baron. Are you
Sequa.
Aurora? You don't look like an
Negative.
Aurora."
No. Sequa.
Sequa.
Pleasure.
Sequa.
Ah, here.
Excellent. So, can my pickers here go grab the cargo from your hold? Do we have permission to board your vessel?
Please do so and make sure they touch nothing but the cargo.
That I cannot promise, but my little friends will get there. And he's like, "Go, go, go!" And he like bips one or two of them with his cane to hurry up. And you see the Jawas just go "Ootiding!" And they start
I growl at
jumping in
them.
here and grabbing stuff. Do me a
I'm gonna
favor.
keep an eye on them too, since I'm still in the cargo bay.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead
I'll head
and
down there.
Baloo, go ahead and give me a vigilance or perception check. Everything's fine. You don't see them stealing nothing.
I mean, we're the ones actually stealing, so you know.
There's this moment where you're
Delivering
making sure
cargo.
they're not stealing anything, and then you see them grab your fake cargo box, and you're just like blushing under your fur. So, what would you like for those 2 advantages?
For me?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Hey, you did succeed, but you got advantage that you can use for something.
You could pass it forward to
yeah,
someone to give them a boost dice. You could find something conveniently sitting outside the ship that you can walk away with.
mm, I think I'll pass these on. More concerned about us getting our money. So if there's anyone who can use it, did we get the money up front,
He will be
or
paying
did you
you
guys get
shortly.
the money up front?
Sorry.
I like
Aurora
how
and
your
I'll head down
news
from the cockpit.
I like how your news crew members like, did we get the money?
What about the
I love
cash? What about the
No, I
cash?
didn't even.
Yeah,
No one
Captain
offered to
said.
pay me either. Yes. Maybe
Captain
I'm
said
just
to
so
let him
broke.
in, so we let him in.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We'll head down
Castos,
from the cockpit.
Zikoi, you guys, see these Jawas going off like gangbusters, stripping all the containers out. They've even got some really cool contraptions that shoot big old jagged lightning bolts and levitate the cargo containers and the lightning bolts.
Interesting.
Sexy Jawa
I'm
tech.
I'm just watching and growling at them as they come back and forth and tapping on my pistol as my hand kind of rests on it.
I'll come on out of the cockpit and shake my new friend's hand that I totally know his name.
Fork.
Orc.
Fork, the Baron King.
Like
Yeah.
pork, but with
The
a V.
Oh, like fork what you eat with, but with a V?
Yep.
Vork Grunt
Vor-
with Scrap Baron.
Vork looks and he basically picks up his walking stick and talks into the knob and says, "Bring me the case of credits." And he looks around at all the cargo containers and he totally does that classic dude that doesn't know what he's doing in an auto shop, kicking the tire to look like he knows what he's doing. He's like, "Good, good, good. I see that no good scoundrel didn't try anything fast on us, and he's delivering exactly as he's supposed to. I counted the exact number of crates that should be here. So,
Of course.
who should I be giving the credits to?"
So I'm coming up and saying, and I grab his
Yeah.
hand, like clasp one of his hands with both my hands, and I shake it, and I say, "Hello, good Sir Baron. It is wonderful to meet you. My name is Aurora. You've already met my crew. I will be handling the payment."
Ah, good, good, good. And immediately this very janky droid comes walking up on spider legs, but it looks like it's part of a old pilot droid for the top half of the body. As it comes up carrying a case, looks like a briefcase, and he says, "Master, I have the case you have summoned." And he's like, "Good, good, good. Aurora, meet PB-14. He has your credits. I see that my Jawas have almost finished unloading the cargo, so you can have your credits. I would like to thank you
That is
for doing a good job."
anytime. We're happy to do business with you. You seem like a very nice fellow.
You can let that no good scoundrel know that I approve of you as opposed to some of his other crews. Some of them have tried to do shenanigans or have damaged cargo in the past, and I told him I would not put up with any of that shenanigans again. I can
I'm so
clearly
glad to
see
hear.
you have brought all of the cargo to me.
My crew and I are amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. Your 6,000 credits amazing. As the droid finishes, undulating towards him, and he takes the case from it and he opens the case and he presents you the open case with 6,000 credits in it.
Thank you, my good sir. If you do not mind, we do have another job to do. So we do have to leave quickly. I so apologize that we cannot stay and socialize.
Oh, very well. I mean, I guess I have not socialized with anyone in very much time except for the Jawas and my droid friends. So I am probably not the best social wheeler dealer hobnobber. If you want to socialize, I guess you could go to Canto Bites and enjoy some casino time and social time.
Oh no, we have another job to do, so we're just gonna keep on going.
Ah, very, very well. I will head back to my office for I have much important work to do as well, and I will let my Jawas finish up doing the work. PB, you're in charge. Make sure the Jawas do their job. And this poor undulating pilot droid just totally gives a salute.
Oh, poor little. His name is Pee Pee.
PB, as in piggy bank.
I like that better than what I thought you said. Oh. Oh God damn it! Don't even. Oh my
What?
God! Don't look over my shoulder. Look over my shoulder, Jim, and cry with me, please.
I'm peeking in your character sheet now.
You can see what screen I have open.
Uh-huh.
Cry with me. You were supposed to help me with this.
Oh, you just added. You know, you actually have less experience points than Kelly does to spend on her Mandalorian character.
I feel like that's not really anything helpful. What
I
you just
mean,
said, like I
How many
technically, I think
billions of experience points are you
it's
not
5
spent?
points
don't
less.
me, not billions. Don't be so dramatic. I was able to level up and use like 30 points when I was on the phone on the call with you guys last time, a couple times ago.
30 points.
Hey, now the question you should be asking is how many digits long is your experience pool currently? And by the way, Abby, what we're talking about is when you earn experience on your first tab of your character sheet on the character info, you record that so you can spend it to either get better at skills or buy talents or that kind of thing. So definitely write
Okay.
down that you've got 15 experience.
It's old. And
So that
wait
would be
until
my
the
total.
college is supposed to teach you how to do it at a convention that gets shut down on us early and I never get to learn.
I mean, there was lots of
Oh.
things that were supposed to happen at Wild Wild WestCon that did not happen at Wild Wild WestCon.
I know.
Sadly, there was a disease outbreak that shut the con down on Saturday afternoon.
A disease that we still don't know what it was. It was one of like
They did. It's crap. What's it called?
Norovirus
no, but
is what everybody's saying.
Neuro. Yeah.
and actually like everyone says that that's the best guess. It's still just the best guess. It's not actually confirmed.
I mean, Neuro's pretty nasty and contagious, so easy to spread.
I mean, it is the best guess.
It's
Yeah.
often
Right.
confused with stomach bugs or food poisoning because it's the exact same life cycle.
And I actually know a couple people that did have confirmed food poisoning from the hospital.
Oof.
So, like, it's who knows what the hell it was. All I know is it ruined my weekend, but it didn't ruin my weekend because
It definitely ruined what should have been a great long weekend.
Right.
and it was a great short weekend.
Yeah.
It was a great short
All right.
weekend.
But it
So
wasn't.
the ship is now at 5,600 credits.
And
I'm now a dark
Baloo,
side character.
you've totally earned yourself some credits to spend.
I don't know if you saw that you got paid for tagging along.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, that's how I got Castox to be my what do I call him, a bodyguard.
I'm just here for the ride. And then the next specialization tree that I'm buying is truly just that, the aesthetic. I'm just here to travel around, see the world.
Nice.
And
I
you
mean,
know, I'm super tempted, by the way, to ask you guys if we wanted to redo the poll for the Wednesday night game, because I noticed the people that voted for Otherscape as the new RPG for summer are not actually showing up for the Wednesday night one shot. So did you want me to redo the pool with the best votes that have happened? Rather than start a new
Yes, because
RPG nobody in the current
game.
group knows how to play.
I don't want. I'm still learning this game. Don't make me learn a new game.
That's why I figured I'd
Sounds good.
ask, since there's two people that are learning the Genesis/Star Wars system. I will restart the pool on Patreon just at the free level so anybody can vote, and I will send you the link once the poll is up. And the new poll will be open for multiple votes, so just don't make a bunch of ties. That's all I ask. I hate when
Sorry,
I give
if
a
you.
poll.
I'm gonna even it out on purpose. Just kidding.
I mean, I think you should. It can be multiple choice, but every option should be keep doing what we're doing.
That was totally on the poll. It was. I
And
will
it was
also
winning until last.
I will also say I should probably add on something that's been a pet project for a while, which is Edge of the Verse, which is using the Genesis Star Wars system for Firefly. If you were interested in that, just gonna say.
I'm learning this.
It's the same system. It's just
Before-
instead of calling it
Well,
Star
similar
Wars, you call it
mechanics, but
Firefly.
yeah.
I'm already playing Firefly and Star Wars. Why do I need to play Star Wars and Firefly?
You're not wrong there. Just gonna say. Space Western?
Watch that. Unicorn for Halloween as Space
She
Cowboy.
said 15 experience. So the easy way, Abby, available XP, put what you earned, and then on total XP, once you spend it, actually move it over to the total XP.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That way you know you spent it. That's the
Gotcha.
easiest way to track that.
Cool. Thank you.
And as
Appreciate
soon
that.
as the earned experience hits triple digits, you should spend it all. And totally hit me up
Or
anytime
or
between now and the next
before.
game, and I'll totally give you suggestions because I could burn your 15 points in like 2 moves. Basically, give a
Or
rank
one.
Nice.
2 skill and a 5 experience talent, and boom, you're done.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And now
But
you have
yes, you
access
don't
to
want
a character
to.
sheet.
You don't want to be sitting on a bunch of experience. It's like not leveling to level 2 or 3 or something in D&D.
Where
While the
everyone
rest of the
else
party
is
is.
level 5 and
Just
you're level
sitting there
2
with
or
it and it's not doing anything yet. Okay. Cool.
unless that's how you want to play. I mean, it could be I want to hoard all the experience points. Bwaha.
I don't know.
Kinds of cool stuff that you won't be doing.
I will
Listen,
definitely
I had a
say
plan. I brought my computer not to do like worky stuff, but to do gaming stuff.
it was a good plan. I mean, it's not like we were drinking at the con because we were both, dry this go around. We could have totally went, plugged it into the big screen in the bedroom, and said, "Hey, let's knock out those experience points."
I mean, even if we were drinking, we still could have done
Well,
it.
spending experience and drinking is a bad combination because you'd be like, "Why did I buy
Eh,
That sounds like a good time to me.
that's funny.
I could just envision the back in the early 20s days, and by 20s I mean age 20s, of the hanging out all night gaming, game books everywhere, drinking, going, what do we need next in the game book? Oh, let's make this. Yes, that's when you're
Hmm.
totally supposed to say nerd.
Eh, well, at least you didn't try to kill my guy on here. Jim's
I
like
mean,
totally trying to kill my character on another session.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah, he says this as he walks into a casino with a rifle on his back. And the security guy's like, whoa, no long rifles.
I told them I would leave, and then they're like, "Well, no, you're not leaving." Well, but you said I can't come in, but you can't leave. It's like, well, what the hell?
Oh, you were offered to
What?
leave, and then you
You have to give
argued,
them the
and you
rifle.
argued poorly.
I
So
did. It's
you're
another.
forgetting the
Unfortunately, it's another character that the social skills are not quite there.
the
Oh my
Mandalorian tried
gosh.
to say weapons are part of my religion, only he said it very poorly.
And
It's
He,
their response was "suck it."
They're part of my. This is my emotional support rifle.
right.
It's my wife,
Exactly.
Vera.
I mean, just because all of my like major social checks are like A1 green, I mean, I do other things.
talking is not part of
Kind
your
of like
religion.
Zekwa. He doesn't do any of the social skills good except for lying. And as we're buttoning up and walking back in, I explained to the captain what all happened.
What are you button up, bro?
Well,
So
closing up the hatch and stuff. After the guy's out of earshot and everybody's gone, I let you know about the cargo that blew up and we had to eject and everything that actually occurred.
no,
Oh
she was
yeah,
down
they
there for
didn't
that.
really know about that, did they?
Well,
I
you
thought
didn't
she
know
was down there.
either.
I didn't.
You didn't know either because I didn't tell you. So you had plausible deniability that all the cargo's there.
All she knew that was all these
Yeah, that's
warning
still there.
lights
I
went
didn't know.
across her screen going, huh, we must have a faulty switch here.
Yeah, it was all a hiccup. It was weird, but
And then before,
Look at it.
but before leaving, I want to search for Jawas.
Okay,
Okay.
Did
I got
go
a
you
ahead.
board.
Give me a vigilance or perception. I've got the 3 purple in there. I was waiting for somebody to ask about that.
Vigilance. There you go. There it is.
Ah, you beat me to it. I was totally going to upgrade the dice pool. You
but you were.
find 2 Jawas hiding in the air ducts. Ooty,
You
ooty.
guys got to go.
Oh, tease. They both
Huh.
climb out, all sullen and looking at each other, just sad. Ooty, ooty, ooty. And then one tries to negotiate with you. But ooty, 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 ooty.
Speak common, and then you might be able to negotiate.
Oh, they turn around and
Wow.
sulk off the ship. No hitchhikers allowed.
No.
They didn't have towels. They can't come. They
As,
didn't come with their towels, so no hitchhiking.
as Aurora hops into the cockpit, has a perfect exit vector, and I'm assuming you guys are leaving this place, or are you looking for work here?
Leaving in the role. Get work from whoever our contact is.
Okay, as you
Yeah,
guys
I would be
take
more
off.
afraid if we actually just rip them off in case they notice it.
Yeah,
Or whenever they do. It's more of a when they notice versus if, but
yeah, we're kind of bad guys this time around, and we want to blame it on the other guy, not us. So we're plausible deniability and piecing the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, it was obviously they screwed up on his end, not our end. So
Right, but that's obvious, but let's not push our luck.
yeah, no. I said that's why I was waiting until we were leaving and stuff to say anything to you.
Okay, as you guys
Yeah,
go arching the ship up into the atmosphere, just as you get into the black of space, you get the slamming darkness that comes up, and you get the dun 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 dun. As that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Hey,
Yay!
good job, all.
Have a good night, everybody. I have to race off to bed.
Yeah.
It is
So talk to you in a couple weeks.
12:15.
Oh, you too.
Yep. All right.
Chat
Good
Good
room,
night.
guys. Good
Welcome.
chat.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks
Welcome
for
to the team,
playing.
Abby.
Welcome aboard, Abby.
Talk to you guys later.
Yep.
And I'll totally get the poll and post it in there, picking the things that
Cool.
people did vote on, not the like 10 games people didn't vote on.
I still single line should just be continue playing Star Wars one shots.
Yeah,
I do
three.
believe that
Three.
was
That.
option number 1.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
that should be
she
the
wants
only
like she wants like 3 options that are that.
exactly. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Because see, normally
Have that
at
each-
this point, people who've been playing this for over a year have gotten enough experience points that they've maxed out the ranks and skills. So they're almost godlike, nigh impossible to fail at any check. So it may not be fun for you to be nigh unstoppable.
Hey, but we haven't been doing this for a year. We've been doing this for like 4 months.
No, we've been doing it longer than that.
A one shot for this? No.
The
No,
Wednesday
this is
night one
new.
shots.
Yeah, that's been maybe 4 months,
Yeah, this has not been a year.
maybe 5.
We started this in like around January, around the holidays, I think.
And now I'm just
Yeah,
curious
this
to
is
look it up.
And
yeah,
again,
it's
this is
fairly
episode
recent.
this is episode 8. So we haven't even hit a Firefly season yet.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
It's my
Yeah.
I,
Old
yeah,
old school seasons where it's, 26,
24
27, 28 season or episodes.
24 was the average in the 90s.
Was average. There was some that were a little longer depending on what it was, but yeah.
But
So
also they were
just
also either 23 or 43 minutes, not 3 hours.
Wow.
So just for the record, session 0 happened on September 10th of 2024.
We're nowhere near September.
Okay, so 8 months. So we were off by 4 months. It's still not a year.
So
And none
7
of us have
months.
godlike anything.
Oh no, it's April.
But also,
Yeah.
it is April. And we also are playing every other week. So it's only half of that time. So it is 4
Wow.
months.
And it hasn't even happened every time, so
Oh, I missed like 1 or 2 games though. Yeah, so we've only been playing for the equivalent of 4 months. I stand by my 4 months.
See, I was just
put
curious
your
when this
yeah. So put your survey forward.
started. Okay, I'll put the survey forward. Actually, tonight, the
Well,
rest of the night is going to be donated to sleep and or finishing getting my photos edited for Wawa West. Because I got to hurry and get those posted.
yeah. Or you just wait until the morning to do it, just go sleep.
Eh, Oh, I think I only have 300 more photos to edit. Then I can start doing the oh my
Jesus.
god,
100.
start posting.
Good Lord.
Because there is a deadline for the Wild Wild WestCon photographers to submit all of their photos and stuff. So
Ah,
got to
okay.
That
make
does
sure
make
I
sense.
turn my stuff in a timely manner.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, see you
All
later.
right.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a
Bye.
good night, guys. And our next game, guys, is going to be Friday. It's our Friday night Fallout if everyone shows up. It's probably going to be like the next second to last session for that game. So we've got about 4 to 6 hours of content left in the Fallout group, as the group has discovered what they were looking for at the underground dirt covered strip mall slash spa slash some kind of cool party place. Now the question is, can they get what they need and get out of the facility in time? And then, get back to their vault and hook them up with the good stuff. Alrighty, guys. And Saturday night, we've got our game. I believe it's Salvage Midgard. Have to double check. Totally hop over to the Patreon page at patreon.com/cppn. I do have the April calendar up of what games are happening on what nights. And if you guys are wanting to join in with us or help, check out the Discord page, which you can get to from Patreon, or shoot me an email at creativeplaypodcastnet, that's net, at gmail.com. Alrighty, guys, thank you for listening and get some rest. It is late. Definitely get some rest. Have a good night.